Got a blast.
We're blasting off again.
No, that's Jimmy Neutron.
That's Team
Pokemon.
Rocket, dog.
Scooby-Doo.
No, the one I'm talking about, dipshit.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Got a blast.
kid
I
with
find
good,
it
yeah.
so I just always forget that the movie came before the show.
What
Oh,
movie?
really?
Jimmy
'Cause
Neutron.
all I remember is like
the
these
movie came
big-
first.
There's a Jimmy
Wow.
Neutron movie?
Yeah, it was the first. It was such a successful movie they made a TV show.
I thought
Oh.
I didn't know about the TV show until years later, but when I learned about the TV show, I assumed it became before the movie.
Yeah, because it's just like a slice of life, whereas the other one is the movie is like invading alien planets. It's a wacky movie.
Dude, I have like
Loved it as a
strange,
kid though.
way like early, like did not get the plot, but like certain moments stick in my head about that movie.
Yeah, no, very much so. It's a very distinct movie.
I've never seen either.
I am so
Damn
confused
shame.
right
I've also, but I only like the clips. I think it's funnier to just know about the memes.
now.
Jimmy
Cows,
Neutron says the
Yeah, you
N-word.
don't go back for Jimmy Neutron.
Order. Have you guys seen Monster House though? That's like another, like it's similar
Ooh,
animation
yeah.
style.
Another
was great.
classic.
Only in like a Kohl's movie center though. Weirdly enough, like, only, like, the
What?
middle half.
I saw Space Chiefs inside only an American Furniture Warehouse.
Oh wow.
The fact I
Oh.
know exactly what you're talking about, Whiskers, is actually baffling to me.
Okay,
Got
you
all the
do.
recliners.
You guys,
I do
like,
know.
Dream this.
No, I had convinced myself that I hallucinated that movie, so like
Yeah, you're just like, there's this weird movie, and the house is a monster.
I'm
It's like,
I'm
oh, they
I'm
made
actually
that.
flabbergasted to learn that that wasn't a figment of my imagination.
It was as much as a fever dream as it felt like watching it.
Like, Whiskers said that, and these primal memories were summoned within me. It was insane.
They got eaten by the house. Oh my god, that was crazy.
They were
shit.
just ripping off House.
Oh
Yeah, but it was.
that's what I
it
was
a banger
thinking when we
regardless.
watched that.
House is the
Anyways.
original ones. The House is better. I love that movie.
Dr. Gregory.
Anyways,
House.
D&D though.
No, not that one.
Have you seen House, Kane?
Not the movie.
Okay.
I've seen the show.
There's a
show.
Oh wait, the
Oh,
doctor.
okay.
That's fun. I like that TV show. I
Mm.
like that
You watched
Lori
it?
is a better New Jerseyan than a lot of New Jerseyans.
New Jerseyans.
What do you call someone who hails from New Jersey?
New
Freaks.
Jersey.
Animals.
Jersey.
A lot of them.
Fun.
True.
Worst New Yorkian.
Hey now.
Sub York.
All right.
I don't know anything about
Sub
New York
York.
or Junior.
What
No,
to
it probably is
call-
worse. I mean, it's just like nearby. I feel like most people who live in New Jersey live in New Jersey so they can be near New York, but
Yeah,
I can't say
Oh
that
yeah,
for
it's just
certain.
right under.
pretty much. I mean, it is right there. It's just a bridge away.
Just a
I
bridge
forgot
too
that-
far.
Here's a Reddit answer. Amazing. Technically, I think it's New Jerseyan, but more colloquially is Jersey guy / Jersey girl.
I thought it was Jersey.
Shore.
No, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
There are ones that are "ite," but I don't know if it's this one.
Is Jersen?
Jersen. I kind of like
I'm
that.
from Jersey.
A Jersen.
I'm a
I'm a
Jersen.
Jersen.
I don't think anything really works super well.
No.
No, not
It's alright. If we're lucky, we'll never visit there.
Gabagoo.
Gonna blow
I'm
New
a
Jersey
ghoul, I'm a
up.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New
I don't think
Jersey.
I like Jersey. That does seem like they are grown in a cave.
Jersey.
Jersey.
They're gonna crack open a geode. Oh my god, it's Georzoid.
I think that's what
It's a
they're doing.
fucking
Wow,
Pokemon,
metal.
dude.
Jerzoid. Hey!
Jersey.
I choose you, Jerzoid. Hey, what the fuck?
Gabagoo.
So, this is New Jersey.
So does that answer your question?
What was the question?
What are they called?
Oh. There was
Yeah,
a point. I forgot.
I think it does.
don't
I
know.
think it's about as good of an answer as exists, so.
As there could ever be.
But do we want to get started?
No.
We can keep
Oh,
talking about
maybe.
New Jersey.
It's been a while
what
since
else
we've had a
is-
chance to
It
yap.
has been a minute.
It has, yeah. Lots of
Everyone caught up
horrible
on all
political shit happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Entire country's
World's
dead.
fallen.
What?
Guys, this is clearly our fault. The Empire's gang took a break for.
Who was the what for?
What do you mean an entire country is dead?
I thought Bellari is gone.
Oh!
You're like, the United States is now.
Yeah, dude, I thought
Oh.
you were... I brought up the political shit, and I was like, what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about in D&D. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, no.
No, unfortunately, we're dealing with real
Pales in
horrors.
comparison to real life. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but, you know, they're still partially alive, which is definitely better than being all dead, so...
Oh
I
dear.
was like, did fucking Palestine disappear overnight? What?
I thought I was up to date on the news.
Let me check Philip DeFranco.
Who's that?
He's just a news guy.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
what's going on in the world.
He's like my Tucker Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do know this guy.
Philip DeFranco?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an internet news guy.
Yeah, no, he's in my feed pretty often.
Iran. Ted Cruz wants to go to war with Iran, not Iraq. Sorry.
Dog, why are you bringing up shit that happened like a half an
was-
hour ago?
Because I was looking up Palestine maps, current maps, and I was like, oh, wait, it's not Iraq, it's Iran that's next to Israel. Whoopsie. Anyway,
Geography is hard.
for Americans, yeah.
Yes.
They don't teach us any fucking thing. I don't like. I
We don't
learned
even know our
some
own states, and then
South
there's all these
American
other-
geography. But
Yeah,
other than
admittedly,
that,
I'm
they taught
bad
me
at-
the capitals, and that's about it.
hmm Admittedly, I'm bad at geography, but I know I've not been taught more than my own country
barely been
and I think Asia.
I feel like we just got taught to give up. They're like, here, there's 50 states and capitals, and they all look funky. Good luck.
We're pretty much taught to, like, how to not do the test. That's what I'm, like,
Yeah,
talking about,
exactly.
it, like,
Alright,
What are the
so
ways
this
around
one's gonna
not
be
doing this test?
impossible. Yeah,
Yeah.
here's how you cheat.
I'm pretty good. I'm decent with geography. I'm not quite as good as like at the
you're an
ball.
exception. You got, like, a cell phone that you fall asleep to at night. It flags.
That's your training regimen?
They just look at images. They scroll by periodically.
it's just like subliminally entering my mind.
Yeah.
They just has a pod he gets in at night.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Download the
hilarious.
latest data pack.
Capital of Norway. Oslo.
Oslo's tired and defeated, but still right.
Kill me. Next question.
Please.
Please.
Croatia. Okay. So,
All right,
we got
now
back
we
in the middle of the night, and then we wake up.
No.
What the fuck were we doing?
I'll give a little recap, because there's also some stuff I was gonna bring up first before we get, started proper.
Yeah.
So never fear, your DM is here.
Never fear.
Oh yeah, all of us have beat Deltarune now. Right?
Except for
Oh,
Priest.
everyone who
Priest.
cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bar Priest.
I know.
That's another
Every time
update.
Every time you and Leo bring up how you feel about Chapter 4, I'm like, this is my Godfather moment now. Because I did not care for Chapter 4 whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm
Really?
surprised to hear it. I do kind of get it. But I disagree.
Yeah, I also disagree.
Chapter 3 better. Tenna greatest fucking antagonist of all time.
Tenna is peak. I will stand by this. I think I think the Tenna fight has got to be one of my favorites in the series so far.
I know, dude. It's so fucking. It's like WarioWare.
It's
It's like
so
the mini
good.
games coming at you so fast. I
Yeah.
love it.
It is so
It
good.
is a very fun fight.
I will also say, I think in terms of a pure like writing standpoint, Chapter 3 is I think Chapter 3 might be a touch more nuanced and clever with how it delivers its story than Chapter 4 is. Even though I think I personally prefer Chapter 4 a little bit for like the entire packaged experience, but
It definitely has to be more obvious with what it's doing because it's the important plot chapter.
it is, yeah.
It's called the prophecy. Kind of needs to be
Yeah.
blatant.
I guess it does have to be a little bit more on the nose. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just seemed so much more simplistic than like everything Toby's done in the past. That I was just like, don't get me wrong. Like I like the development that's happening, and anytime Susie has something going on, it's like, oh, sweet peak.
Susie.
But like the prophecy thing, Ralsei just being a little bitch baby. I don't know. It threw me off.
I
It
like
felt like we
is a
changed
shift.
directions without moving anywhere. Like we pivoted, but we kind of like came to a stop for it.
I liked that the prophecy felt more specific than I originally imagined. I thought that was an interesting dichotomy to explore. Like the fact that the prophecy was recorded in a lot more detail, I think, than I originally expected.
That's the thing, though. I have so many questions. Like it mentions so many specific things, but Rousey still seems surprised. So that's why I'm like, I need like the next step after that.
Either way,
Yeah.
I didn't like hate it. I just didn't think it was as cool. Like I loved the actual real world sections, like the stuff that was going on.
Oh, the real world section is peak, yeah.
So good.
dude.
It's just a fun sequence that you can just explore in so many at like so many different paces. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
it's a great.
I will say, yeah, it was. I think Chapter 4 was one of the most linear chapters so far.
Oh, definitely. Well, they're kind of all linear, but this one's
Chapter
It
3
did.
was
It felt kinda
Chapter
like a
3.
Resident-
Definitely linear.
it felt like a Resident Evil game, Chapter 4, where like you're just dropped into an area and been told, "Hey, grab 3 things," and the 3 things are down 3 distinct hallways and stuff.
Yeah.
Chapter
There's some
2
fun
was
with-
kind
that
of
was fun,
like,
though.
yeah, chapters 1 and 2 were just kind of like snakes, you know, you're always moving left to right. This one's up, down, and around.
I did like that I didn't have to go too out of my way to find the secret bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, they've never been too out of the way. You've always been guided next to them. They just
I feel like
feel
at
very
At this time,
hidden.
I think at this point, I think Spampton was probably the hardest secret boss to encounter.
Yeah, and even then, like, you run into him the
Tells you
first
what to
time.
do.
He tells you where to meet him. He tells you where to go and what to do. Like, it's all laid out. You just have to actually go out of your way and remember
Yeah.
he's there and shit.
I don't know. I feel like the first time I played Chapter 1, I forgot to go into the basement and just beat the game before even knowing Jevil existed.
That's
So-
how it was
True.
for me.
Jevil
too.
is easy to miss. That's the issue, because he's just marked with the question marks. So you just kind of... I always automatically assume it's just a floor I don't have access to yet, and I can't select it. But no, you have to click it, and that just makes him very easy to miss.
Either way, goated.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Chapter 5.
Yep,
And
yep,
6,
yep.
7.
And
It's up to 7, right? There's not an 8th one.
Yep, 7 chapters.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Well then,
Now the
When
thing
you're
we
ready
came
to
here
get
to do.
I'll take that as a yes.
All right.
I assume you have some announcements.
I do, yes, but it's been so long since I did this. I forgot that I need to pull up the Owlbear.
Oh.
It's been a minute. I caught me lacking. Let's go get our pinned message up. Then you pop.
It's okay.
on over
You, the
here.
viewer, can use your imagination this stream.
Holy shit! Theater of mind.
And then, is this gonna work? Okay, awesome. We are on the D&D screen. So I will quickly go through my stuff, and then I'll hand things over to Mirak. As for this week, as I've mentioned, I'm not gonna go too overboard. I'll have a stream tomorrow night. That'll be 3B Golden. We'll be doing some more attempts on that. I think I'm gonna loop back around to Persona 5 The Phantom X for at least one more stream on Wednesday. And then I'm thinking I probably will, but I'm not gonna promise anything. I'm thinking probably on Friday we'll do like maybe something a little bit unusual. Not something in the usual rotation, unless I really need to. Unless I fail 3B Golden tomorrow, in which case I might loop back around to that on Friday. Then at the start of next week, we will have Persona 3 Reload on Sunday, and that is it from me for a little while. I've mentioned this before, but I will be gone for quite a little spell after that. At worst, I won't be back until like 2 Fridays from that Sunday. I know that's kind of hard to visualize, but it'll be at worst it'll be almost 2 weeks before I'm back. So just keep that in mind. I'll keep you all posted as I know more, as I have more solid plans for when I'm coming back. But that's the gist of things right now. So yeah, I don't have much else to say, which means that I can go ahead and hand things off to Ardia Michak to get us started for the evening.
All right. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Ding, 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 ding.
So, I had a lot of time to think over the things that I wanted to start putting into the game a little bit more actively. So, 2 major things. The rest of it will become clear as we keep going down the campaign. First one. Instead of you guys asking if you can roll for something, just describe what you're trying to do going forward. And I will tell you if you can roll, I'll give you the skill check, and if you want, I will tell you the DC while you're at it. But that's just to, keep people immersed and to save the trouble of being like, no, you can't do this, or, you don't need to roll anything because it's right in front of you. So
You'll just
keep that in
respond
mind.
however we need.
Yeah, so try everything, but don't ask me if you can roll for something, because I will tell you.
Okay. Come up with the
Secondly-
reasoning, and you can roll based on how good it is.
Say what?
I'm just explaining it to myself.
Oh, okay.
Just come up with the best possible reasoning for why you're able to do the check. That will dictate whether you're able to do the check.
Absolutely. Right idea. And then the second thing. I'm going to stop doing the Disco Elysium narrator voice. But I still wanted to implement parts of that. So, going forward, if you hear me talking in my, usual voice, just chatting it up, that will be your external narrator. That will be the thing telling you in neutral terms, what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what's going on generally in the world around you. However, and he will be given a distinctive voice, there will now be an internal narrator. Sometimes you will have a dialogue with him, and for the sake of that, I prefer if you stayed in character. Because interactions with him, as well as with other various checks going forward, will get you something called a miracle. Miracles are like inspiration, you can use them to reroll shit. However, there's another caveat. If you have a miracle, you can fuck someone over, one of your party members, by being like, I want to expend a miracle to give them disadvantage. Or, a little bit more interestingly, if 2 people have miracles, you can both spend them at the same time to have someone roll an automatic 20.
Oh,
Okay.
How do we
Okay.
get those again?
interesting.
Oh, what the heck?
Interactions with the narrator or with the internal narrator, as well as various different stuff happening in the game.
Okay.
These are pro roleplay changes.
Yes. That is the dream.
Mhm.
But with all that said and done, let's hop right back in. So, where last we left off, the group had come to the Uru Manor at the behest of Rockind Rocksoff in order to engage in a dialogue of sorts about Shona's sort of rights to become part of the ruling council of Bellari, which you now know is called the Odol Gabria. Over the course of the day, you guys got a lot done. You made some fish sticks for Ari, your old friend from back in Town. You fought off some bugs who were attempting to kill Kyle again. They're really becoming sort of reoccurring villains at this point, which we'll get you, Kyle, later. But by the by, overall, it ended off with a more sort of peaceful conclusion. Some conversation back and forth between Sycamore, this strange, eccentric elf boy, and Shona, asking if, instead of working with Rockind to peacefully sort of apprehend the Odol Gabria and seize power, if they just wanted to burn shit to the ground. And so, last session ended off with everyone sort of coming to a rest, and there was also a very long, drawn-out dialogue about some stuff that was going to be happening in the morning regarding Harbin. But before that comes, there is some things that we need to discuss.
I'm scared.
Tree Hugger. In the night, you begin to stir a little bit. Harbin is molting in the bed next to you. Kyle is probably thinking about where it all went wrong. And you're strangely lost in thought. Well. If it isn't everyone's favorite goblin. Who's number one?
Well, Mother Nature. Mother Nature. Got it.
No, who's the number one goblin? That's what I'm getting at.
Me. Tree Hugger.
That's right. Tree Hugger's number one. Apex predator, baby.
On the top.
And what do apex predators do, since we're on the topic?
Hunt. They claim territory.
Exactly. And there's an itch. You've got to scratch it. You need to eat. You need to hunt.
Yes.
Luckily for you, there's a little snack. Not quite on the verge of rotting outside the window. You know that the locust should be coming back to life anytime soon.
Eat the locust?
Eat the locust. That's the right idea.
Eat the locust.
Eat the locust. So, what do you say?
Tree Hugger's like starting to nod his head more and more. He's like, he's stroking his chin, like in a goblin-y way.
Pats his stomach.
Eat the locust.
Within there.
His cicadas have no qualms over eating other bugs in his head, so this is chill.
Well then, get a move on.
Are these latch windows, or would I have to break these to go around?
No, they're latch
To
window.
get through. Okay, cool. I'm gonna unlatch the window and just scurry.
Alright.
Tree Hugger hungers. Tree Hugger must continue the cycle of life. Nature is at stake. Tree Hugger must feed.
It feels weird in a way. I mean, you're used to eating and killing. It's part of being a goblin, honestly. But this compulsion, it's strange. You know instinctively on the way out not to bother your friends. A real apex predator hunts by himself. But there's a component to this. A dueling component. A desire to prove yourself in combat to the death. It's weird, and you don't really know where it comes from.
As he's thinking this, Tree Hugger is like sticking his finger in the mud and giving himself Rambo paint as he's getting closer and closer to the locust. He's tranced. He's on a mission now.
Last thing, you know that creature is stronger than you. You're going to have to use your wits and your skills if you want to overpower it. Good luck.
I see.
I hear you.
Trigger's thinking. Gonna get into this tree.
And hug it?
Yeah, he's gonna hug it and he's gonna shimmy it up. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Huggers on top.
I genuinely forget if turn undead does anything more than literally turn undead, like physically.
He can be even more undead.
No, it doesn't turn them into an undead.
No, I mean like make them turn around and walk towards you or away from you. Because I know there's a cleric spell that does that.
No.
What? Why can't I find it? There we go. See, hear you. If he's turned for 1 minute. Yeah, turn undead literally turns away from you, as far away. Damn, that's unfortunate. Oh well. I'm looking through my spells because my guy is all about stacking buffs, so this is the perfect thing for me. Let's see. Inflict wounds requires a wound already being there. I can bless myself. Good hand. Sorry, y'all. It has been a fat minute. I'm just going through this. We can cue that music the second I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, it'll be a bit to get back into it.
You had a couple sessions with your character.
Yeah, like I'm new with this guy. And I've only played this guy like twice in the time before this.
I think it was just the one session, wasn't it? No.
No. There was
two.
It's like 1.5.
Yeah, we had a short one that ended in a church.
Oh yeah. It's so much has happened for our characters over the course of like a day and a half.
How does Hunter's Mark apply?
Just as a bonus action.
Just a bonus action. Okay.
But it's also concentration, I think, so.
Yeah, probably not the best. I think I might just want to magic stone this guy. I do know divine favor.
Who comes up with
Okay, so here's the thing about divine favor. Here's the exact wording on roll20.net. Your prayer empowers you with divine radiance. Until the spell ends, your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4. Does that apply to all weapons universally?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Why, are you gonna use it on your stones?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buff the shit out of my stones and get ready to pelt this guy 3 times in a turn.
Alright.
But I'm deciding. Yes. What is the gap between us? 55 feet. That is well within. Not well within, but it is within. Yes. We are going to cast divine favor on myself and then get magic stone ready to prep my 3 rocks. And I'm going to get ready to pelt this guy in the head before he can think of anything.
All right.
Tree
Go
hugger.
ahead and roll stealth for me real quickly.
True.
Okay.
Can't be list. Okay. That's what I was forgetting was Fury of the Small. I think as the wind's cooling down, Tree Hugger's gonna lick and he's gonna feel the direction. He's gonna get ready to toss his stone. And he's gonna begin combat by letting this fucker rip.
All right. Go ahead and
14.
roll your initiative, please.
Oh, yes. Uh, 10.
Okay. Again, they're surprised, so regardless of what they roll. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not great, but it'll, life.
Also, just in case it is something that becomes relevant, because I'm in a forest and Natural Explorer is active, I am aware of surrounding dangers if surrounding dangers are approaching.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Cool. Just that one of the perks of Natural Explorer. I just want to make sure that's. But
Your
yes.
instinct tells you you're alone, just the way you want it. All right.
Yes.
Using that roll you got earlier, go ahead and finish your magic stone barrage.
All right. Okay. That's going to be 1d6, 1d4, plus 5, plus 3.
Good God.
Am I forgetting anything else?
Like
Plus
that.
another d6. Okay, yeah. Bam. First one is going to hit for 17 damage.
Whew. Okay.
Then I am going to use my second attack, and I'm going to pelt this guy.
Alright.
more dice.
More pelting.
Did the 14 hit again? That's 14 plus... I want to say that's plus 8, but I forget the rules for Magic Stone. Yeah, that is in fact. Yep.
Alright.
Then yeah, that is in fact plus 22.
Alright. Awesome hits,
Or not
yeah.
plus, but 22. Awesome. That's going to be 1d6, 1d4. Sadly, not a second d6. But I will use another plus 3. Where did I get the...
Fury of the Small.
I get 3 of them a long rest. So it's going to be... I'm going to hit that guy for 14 damage.
I'm gonna upload what I think this looks like in Leo's den.
What, David
And
versus
then-
Goliath?
No.
I was able to make the stones before combat, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. Just double checking. That means I do still have a bonus action in which I am going to make an extra weapon attack with the rock using my
Alright.
War Priest bonus action. So we'll throw another rock.
Hell yeah.
Grr.
1d6
Yes.
plus 1d4 plus 8.
Slams into the poor bastard.
14 more damage.
Alright. Getting some meaty hits right off the gate. You see right on the cusp of this thing's strange, undead resurrection. Just, I think it was obliterated or something ridiculous before by Kyle with a guiding bolt. So, this thing with this gaping hole in its chest, Mortal Kombat fatality style, just starts to stand up and shamble around looking confused before getting pelted with rocks from a goblin in a tree.
What is my life?
What am I doing here? No, it doesn't talk.
May you die twice, bug.
That will end your turn. It is now the Undead Locust's turn. He is not super fast, and you still got some distance between the two of you, so he is going to fly and dash up into the tree.
Oh,
Can't take his turn after that, though. But being in close proximity, will make your ranged attacks a little worse. So, do with that
correct.
as you will. Back to you.
Luckily, Treehugger has more than rocks up his sleeve. Okay, my turn. Let's see. Let me recheck the
Primarily
reading on
More
Primal
than rocks, you're
Savagery.
saying. How could such a thing be?
Cool. I'm going to use Primal Savagery on this guy. I'm going to just start biting and swinging at him.
Damn.
Shit, 9.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, Yeah. Wait, do I have anything to do with that? Feel like I might have had something. No, I think I'm just crying. Tough.
It's rough, buddy.
Can I use guidance? Too late.
No, yeah, way too late.
Yeah, damn.
All right.
Does it just miss? Anything extra?
Yeah. You know, you swing out of this thing with like a fury of acidic claws and teeth, and you know you make a solid purchase on the thing. but
Yeah.
It just sort of sinks into the rotten, or not rotten, but like starting to soften a little bit flesh. A little bit more gelatinous than it used to be, but you know, still make a tasty midnight snack.
Cool. We'll just keep swinging at it then. We got one more attack. You know, keep it going.
All right.
Oh,
damn.
what?
Baby! I forgot how crits work every time.
Double the dice.
Double the dice. Okay, so that is going to be... Ooh. So question, if I included Swarm Keeper, would that be 1d6 or 2d6? Because
2d6.
this is the 2d6. Oh,
all
now I
dice.
don't know what to do. Now I don't know what to do. We'll go all the damage. We'll maximize the damage. That's going to be 2d10, so 4d10.
Oh
1,
my
2, 3,
god.
4, and 2d6. And then Fury of the Small, so we get oh wait, no, that was my last Fury of the Small. I am out of those. Cool.
Oh, heaven.
32 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
I bite into this guy's chest, and then the cicadas flow out of the cape and just start nibbling, just start gnawing on him. The swarm is feeding.
Yeah. This thing's all too used to swarms, though. You see, as they begin to dig into his flesh, he, you know, doesn't seem to really notice what's happening here. Still, good chunk of damage, and you can see him begin to deteriorate more and more by the second.
Now, sorry for more DM questions. It's just that I built this guy with a lot of combat tricks. Would you consider Primal Savagery a weapon attack? It's a melee spell attack.
Does it use a weapon?
No, it uses your fingernails and your teeth. You physically swipe, but
Fuck
it
it, I
is
gave
not
it
a
your
weapon
rocks.
attack.
It's fine.
Cool, awesome. Just gotta get the most out of that war priest. Then yeah, we'll keep on fighting at this guy, biting at this man. What the fuck? Again? Okay, up and down.
121. Dear. Oh dear.
Huff. Yeah, all right. I miss, and Tree Hugger looks a little dazed and sad that he has not eaten as much as he expected to this turn.
This time, I'm gonna say go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength saving throw. That's going to be 8 plus. It's going to be 11.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Tree Hugger, as you, with your primal savagery, jump to chew a big hole in this tasty-looking, you know, spit roast, you manage to, like, fully rip off a chunk of his shoulder, but he grabs you, and with a quick, almost too coordinated for his new state of undeadedness, tosses you onto the ground. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Wow. I'm at 69 health.
The beast.
But that was part of your last attack, so if there's anything else you would like to do.
I guess I will use the rest of my movement getting unprone,
Okay.
if possible, and pass.
Alright, that's good. Yeah. So, sort of steadying yourself from getting up off the floor, the locust jumps down and rains hell upon you. He is going to make 3 attacks.
Okay. Hit.
First one is a 25.
That hits. My
Second.
AC is unfortunately a little low. 15 is my AC. I forget if matching hits or not.
Okay. Yes, matching hits.
Cool.
And last attack. Okay, that's a natural one. Do you want to attempt to do anything as part of this creature sort of managing to mess up the last drag?
Ooh. I guess I would like to take a reaction and swing at it with the spear. If that's possible.
All right.
He misses. I'm punching him. I'm shivving him. I'm making my cicadas gnaw at his ass. Maybe that's it. My swarm nabs him, and it's simply the 1d6 from the swarm attack rather than a d8
That's a
from
little
an
better.
attack.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have my
Either
swarm
way,
nab at him.
just don't want this to become something that is abused. You know? What
Yeah,
I mean?
no, for sure. I'm trying to come up with flavor more than anything with this guy.
Yeah. You
He
can put
just
them in his
also needs
eyes.
to murder. Ooh, yeah.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
what you want to take out.
So yeah,
Blind.
the swarm crawls up into his compound insectoid eyes and begins to chew at them a little bit. He seems distracted. That said, you still take the 2 claw attacks that he made at you. That is 26 points of damage.
26. Okay. Down to 43.
All right, that brings us back to
Feeling
your
the
turn.
hurt.
Yeah.
Getting punched. We're stuck in hand-to-hand combat. I'm just gonna keep being a savage with this guy. Well, actually, I always forget if. Did I bring it?
The hell was that?
Rereading what inflict wounds does.
Ooh. It's a melee spell attack, and it does 3d10 necrotic.
Whoa.
It's really good for a
That's
first
pretty
level,
good.
damage-wise.
Very, yeah, no, totally. I do want to save my spells for other things right now, though, so we're gonna keep primal savaging this guy.
Well, you are about to take a long rest.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Oh,
hopefully
oh,
you can
true.
put that after this.
True. You know, yeah, we'll inflict wounds on this guy. I'm gonna Tree Hugger's just gonna put his hands on this guy's torso and miss
Go ahead and
completely.
make it with advantage because he is blinded.
Hooray! Okay, so a 1 or a 12, which is a 20, a dirty 20.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Cool. That's gonna be 3d10. 3 plus the d6. And then yeah. 12.
Okay.
Jolt the hell out of this guy. I think we're gonna do primal savagery so we can get 2 more attacks in.
All right.
Gotta get a long rest. So yeah, we'll do. Keep just slashing at him. At this point, Tree Hugger's just like Drax inside the monster, you know, just stabbing. That's why he's rolling so many ones. He's not even looking.
Still have advantage.
Sweet, I guess.
That's way better.
Awesome. That's gonna be 2d10. 14 more damage.
Ouch.
And then 1 more attack, and we are running out of these third attacks. That is going to hit, I believe. 21.
That does hit, yeah.
Or another 14.
Okay. This thing is on the edge of death right now. Second
So
death.
close.
And as it begins to sort of claw the little insects chewing away at its retinas, it's going to lay one last round of attacks on you.
All right, I'm going to be scared.
You know, screeching and now in such bad shape that you're thoroughly covered in bug viscera. This thing is just going crazy.
Tree Hugger and the Locust are just screaming, just stabbing each other.
Yeah. Just like a shank fight in London.
9 misses.
9 plus 8, so 17.
Ow.
Yeah,
That
sorry.
hits. Yeah, that's all right.
Second attack. That'll
Okay.
hit.
Tree Hugger could
then-
die.
Last attack as it goes for a solid chomping. Does miss.
Good time to look. Oh, no.
1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be 27 points of damage.
Okay. That's 23 minus 7. That's 16 health. Woo!
All right, back to you.
Die!
Primal Savagery. No longer blinded. Uh-oh. Glad I used Primal Savagery first. I assume it miss.
Yes.
13.
That'll miss.
Then I'll do Inflict Wounds. Whew, thank gosh.
All right.
3d10. It's the first attack to hit this turn, plus a d6. 18.
All right. So, as you course necrotic energy into this thing, how do you
He's
put
like-
it down?
Tree Hugger's like doing a fucking. It's basically the Kamehameha pose, but he's just like sticking his hands on the locust chest and just pulsing green throughout its body.
Yeah.
Let Mother Nature flow!
Oh yeah, Mother Nature flows all right. As in a moment of like stillness, it just chunders all of its insides out on top of you. You bask in the, you bask in the scent of blood.
Tree Hugger licks his arm, like locust gut off his arm. This is protein, you know. This is like at least 2,000 calories. This is bulking.
Bulking on locust viscera. Jesus. Reminds me of that one clip where it's just like, what's the number one predators pound for pound? Spiders.
Oh.
Oh yeah, eat the spiders.
The predator.
Tree Hugger
only
revels in
predator.
his victory. His
Oh, yeah.
cicadas he sends out to begin feasting on the body immediately. He does a little dance for himself. Classic goblin, you know, arms in the air, lifting his spear up and down, jumping in a little circle. He makes sure to specifically scoop up a bit of viscera on his spear and point it towards the sky as if some sort of offering to whatever he fought for.
That was some impressive work, my friend. Now then, go on and claim your reward.
You gotta eat the bug.
Tree Hugger begins eating the locust with his swarm. He's plucking out the fingers.
Yum, 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 yum. Oh, like a lobster.
Yeah.
Doesn't this feel good? Nothing like what having a meal you worked for.
Tree Hugger is enveloped in his feast. Victory has overtaken him. Tree Hugger, as you begin to eat, which, ironically, after you mentioned bulking, you feel a strange strength begin to well within you.
Turning into
Your
a
strength
lumber guy.
score permanently increases by 1.
Yeah.
Whoa, interesting.
Locust strain. You got the protein of a bug.
If Tree Hugger were like a kobold, he'd howl. Sadly, he's a goblin, so he's probably just like a dog, that like a puppy barking while it's eating because it's excited. He's just doing that while eating. He's just like goblin yipping. He can feel his power.
Now that hit the spot, didn't it?
No, go bench press something.
I can take on a god!
But that was just an appetizer, my friend. The remnants of a battle won before. Now what you need is to find stronger opponents. Opponents in their own mind. Opponents that are worthy of your might. And maybe then you'll get a taste of real power.
The trees. I'll save them all.
outside of getting your strength increased by 1, you also have advantage on strength checks and saving throws you make for the next day.
Wow, I actually already had advantage on strength checks, saving throws, but that's still cool.
Really?
Are we
What?
gonna need those?
My saving throws are strength and dexterity.
Well, yeah, but you don't get advantage on them. You get proficiency.
Oh, true. Sorry, I forgot there's a difference. My bad.
For the next day, huh?
Yeah. Tree hugger's juiced like shit. That's a
Yeah,
swole goblin.
it's victory right there.
We wake up and he's sitting with like a weight on the bed, like doing curls. Like, hey,
He's like-
no, just
He's distinctly more gorilla looking.
yeah.
Anyway,
What do
That
you
was funny.
next?
That was awesome.
Wow. Strength checks. Smart.
tree hugger, the hunger fades.
Tree hugger, satiated, recalls his cicadas under his smock. The swarm now appeased, he slips back through the window and into his bed.
Do you clean yourself off?
That is a great question. Let me see where a bathroom is in relation to the entrance to the window.
I like to think he
Um,
goes and grabs a glass of water and then just dunks it over his head.
How like it? Okay, am I like dripping bug or is it just like crusted on me?
Dude, you basically crawled inside of it.
I'm just making sure. Okay, if I'm dripping bug, tree hugger has been like. Tree hugger would probably wash off dripping bug ooze. Yeah. Tree hugger will do a poor job.
Yeah,
Ooh,
there's
well,
definitely like noticeable goblin footprints leading into the bathroom that are just pink or purple.
Yep. And that's fine. He'll do no attempt of getting rid of those. But Tree Hugger will make sure he's at least not slopping.
The garbage bag is well cleaned.
I think he would just get towels and wipe himself down. He wouldn't necessarily shower. He would just like thoroughly try and get as much bug off of him as possible with a towel.
And makes you stronger.
Exactly. Well, the cicadas can just kind of eat it off of me in my sleep, you know?
Oh, lick it off. Oh,
Hell.
Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship. They feed off of it, and Tree Hugger always has perfectly shiny skin.
That is horrific.
That's why there's no like freckles or anything on his character model. It's realistic.
You know, honestly, that sounds pretty dope.
Yeah. He has
Just
an
having
auto
a-
cleaning service. It's also why he has no facial hair.
Oh.
Oh,
Or hair.
it's like dust mites.
Or
on the
hair.
outside.
Hairless goblin.
But yeah, and then Tree Hugger will slink back into bed, snoring immediately, comedically.
Now, we're gonna move over to someone else. Harbin, molting is a exhaustive process, which you said you were gonna molt. So just in case you forgot that from it's been
Oh
a
no,
while,
I remember.
you are currently molting.
It was funny, so I did it.
It's exhausting. So you would expect your next couple of hours to be, very restful, deep sleep, but trapped in a cage made of your own flesh, you can't find rest somehow. Well, well, well. Would you look what we have here? You'd gotten pretty cozy, hadn't you? You'd been with your new friends for so long that you started to forget, even for just a moment, what you are. How pathetic and shameful an existence yours is. That feeling in the back of your mind is back. That dissatisfaction That depression, the deep inner sadness that lies within your origin.
Okay. I think.
Do you remember the voice?
I remember it. I'm debating how to have it respond right now. Okay. Oh, it's loathsome. I'm loathsome.
You couldn't be more right. But you're not going to do anything about it. You never do.
I have traveled all this way to meet the one person who might be able to undo this cursed existence. And you say I have not done anything. What more would you have me do?
It's not a matter of what you can do anymore, is it? By being here, you're certainly going on a little quest. Walking down the road. Following the path that suits you the most. But you have to find a way to deal with everything else in the meantime. Otherwise, it'll start to eat at you more and more. And eventually, there'll be nothing left.
You're right, I must keep these impulses at bay.
Everyone needs something to cope with. And certainly you've been shown a few examples of what to do in the meantime.
From the party.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Shown a few examples.
Not just among your new comrades, but your new enemies. And whatever vague ideas you can come up with that nubile brain of yours. Nope, that's not the right word. What the fuck? I mean, you were only born a week ago.
For real?
You're not here.
I distantly a voice. For real?
Distantly a
And it's
voice.
Ryuji.
For real?
Ryuji watching the
How
stream.
is bro is younger than the campaign?
I guess that's a good point. I might as well go see what the world has to offer me. What exactly that entails, I'm not 100% sure yet. So, for the moment...
You've got no idea what you're talking about, do you?
No, I have no clue.
Well, let's see if we can rattle around the old marbles. Harbit, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Amazing. Do I do good at those? I don't... I think I do...
Bug.
Bug. I don't...
Insect brain.
Bug
Okay,
understand.
that's gonna be an 18.
I bet you have really good wits. What that translates to in D&D, I don't know.
You know of a few paths forward. The first being the most obvious and the most unpleasant. Maybe it's your more primitive mind, but you didn't detect any of that inner sadness among your brethren, the ones who had decided to move on. So how's it sound? You want to be one of them?
No.
Ah,
Their existence may be peaceful, but I find it wretched in a way that they would shirk responsibility.
Well then, you also remember something being brought up by the elf. The idea that you could change your form in some ways. Abandon this shell and become something beautiful. And again, even with your more underdeveloped mind, being surrounded by archmages sounds like a perfect opportunity, doesn't it?
Interesting.
I suppose I could attempt a metamorphosis.
Dude, Harbin as a giant butterfly
That would be pretty sick.
with fairy wings.
Ooh.
He is a fairy.
Harbin's a fairy. In that case,
fairy.
I think I might have Harbin
Play Terraria and look up Empress of Light.
How to beat daytime Empress of Light. He's gonna go and farm the dungeon.
Starts digging through the house. What are you doing? I need to get to caves.
the
Caves is where you find
caves. I need
Yearn for the
iron.
mines.
Actually, I think like iron's kind of iron and fairies typically don't mix, so maybe a different metal.
Oh yeah, you're right.
In that case, I might have Harbin look for Shona right now, if that's where we want to go with this. Yeah. Harbin knows that Shona's on the top floor, so Harbin's just gonna mosey on up there at the moment.
You're still in your peeling skin, so
It's gonna be hanging off you like a onesie or like a pajamas.
Just roll over. A little shell, or with your skin just being torn across the floor, leaving behind a snail trail.
But anyway, Harbin, yeah, you head up to the second floor, and I assume you would, maybe you wouldn't be able to tell instinctively where Shona is, but I'm just gonna say for the sake of this, you can enter a room.
Harbin is going to... Actually, I don't think Harbin understands knocking, so Harbin's just gonna go in.
Harbin, go ahead and make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Alright, sick. I'm not really
Make
trying.
it with advantage. Shona is tired.
Oh, it isn't for Shona.
Oh.
Stealth check. Those were some ass rolls, so that's gonna be a 6.
Alright. Harbin, you don't pay any mind to the creaking the floorboards of the stairs make as you're walking up, although they echo in the relatively enclosed space. And as you put your hand on the door,
Oh.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why shouldn't I?
Well, because I'll kill you.
Why Why would you do something like that? I see no reason I am posing a threat to you.
You're not posing a threat to me, but among humanoids we have this little thing called empathy. Makes us try and stand up when something bad's about to happen to someone we care about. And so if you go into that room, even for just a second, I'll put you down, man.
I see. Although I do not understand what bad thing you envision happening, I understand that your threat is genuine. I shall back down. Harbin takes a step back.
His eyes remain locked on you, and he
Call him on his
still
bluff.
has his hand pointed out.
Sure.
Yeah, he's bluffing. He's supposed to
Yeah.
not do anything.
Watch me open the door. Just an ice beam. Wait, what elemental power is he?
Huh?
You don't know. You really don't have like a great idea of what elemental powers him and Ari have.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought we did.
No.
That's my bad.
You may rest assured I simply wish to converse with Shona. She has taught me many things since I have met her, and I wish to consult her about something new.
At this hour of all times? Looking like some sort of weird carcass?
Oh, please do not mind my molting. It is simply a fact of life for me.
Yeah, we molt too. Not in the same way, mind you, but dead skin flakes off, falls off places, creates dust. But again, humanoids have more refined opinions. We understand the idea that if you want to go talk to someone, there's a way of going about it. And you sure as hell ain't going about it right now. You look like a mess. You've been through a lot. You didn't even knock. You put your hand right on the door handle. You got a lot of nerve.
I see.
So why don't you tell me again, what were you going in there to do? If I don't like your answer, then I might just have to kill you anyway.
I see. I was obsessed by the idea that I might one day metamorphosize. You see, my existence is something of a pitiful one. And unfortunately, the path that my brethren follow will always be open for me as long as I stay in this form. So I thought to myself, what if there was a new path, a new evolution to something more beautiful, something more genuine, something that would rid me of these impulses. And Shona has been so kind in teaching me the ways of the world. So I wished to consult with her to see if she had any ideas.
So, in your wisdom, you decided to go to the one person in this house who can't use arcane magic.
Oh my.
I mean, you said it best yourself, man. You are a pitiful existence.
Oh no.
That's such an asshole.
Oh my god.
Well then, perhaps you know someone I can talk to.
I know someone you can talk to in the morning when you're a little less hard to look at. If you're taking my advice, I'm in all the better place to help you out.
Oh, that would be much appreciated.
Right, so then you'll get out of here.
Oh, surely. I didn't realize I was disturbing you with my actions. I shall reflect and learn from my mistakes.
You've certainly got feet of lead, but, do you know what a faux pas is?
I can't say I'm familiar with the term, no.
It's when you break an unspoken rule of humanity. It's when you do something you shouldn't. You might not have been taught the rules, but either way, you weren't supposed to cross a line. It reflects poorly on you, creeping around late at night. Especially after all the shit your buddies put us through today. So, why don't you make like a tree and leaf? Get some rest and maybe rub a tree or something. I don't... Again, what the hell? I'm still not even sure what's happening to you.
I am molting.
Does he point at the skin?
He seems to be talking about the... He seems to have been referring to the skin this whole time, yeah.
Make like a tree
You
and
can
move
rest
your bark
assured,
on.
I will sparkle like emeralds tomorrow, but for now, the outer layer must go.
Right. Go on and get out of here, man.
Very well. Thank you for your kind guidance and consultation this evening. I hope sleep finds you well. And Harbin
I'm a
leaves.
pretty nice guy, aren't I?
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
Well, that went poorly.
You are a dead man walking.
Luckily for you, there's one last option. One taught to you by your good friend Carl Ada. Because even if you don't understand the exact principles, seeing him pop a pill into his mouth every couple of hours, you understand the sentiment. It's like eating or sleeping. It's just something he's got to do. And through it brings him some form of comfort.
He does.
Why is Kyle catching strays here?
I don't know.
Deservingly, I'm confused. I didn't expect Corbin to be thinking about that. Or, I forgot how to say their name.
Harbin.
Arbin, thank you. Harbin.
In case it wasn't obvious, Harbin is short. Well, this isn't actually Harbin's. Harbin's name is Harbin, but I picked it as because it's a shortening of Harbinger.
Yeah.
That's a good
might
one.
that might help people remember a Harbin's name.
Yeah. Harbin.
Harbinger.
Whoa.
Harbinger.
Hilarious.
Uber Eats.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna have Harbin go full in on this. Harbin's going to walk back into the room and sort of just shake Kyle.
Kyle, you are awoken to a horrifying sight as a bug begins to, in fallen off skin, attempt to rouse you from your slumber after, all the bad shit that happened like a few minutes ago.
Pretty much just looks like another locust that you just... It looks like a locust you already killed just came back for you.
Yeah, which is why I'm gonna just sock him in the face.
All right,
Like,
roll
Jesus,
initiative.
it's happening again! Oh my god!
Harbin does not think this will happen, so that strike will most likely connect.
Yeah, can I just punch him, no roll? Can I just hit him?
Yeah, sure, why not? You know what, Harbin, you take 1
Reaction.
point of damage. Kyle, does like some capoeira and pulls a roundhouse kick right into your face.
Actually, I have a, let me find the correct move from, Tekken.
Which
Tekken.
move?
Damn. Spinning
Electric
bird
Golden
kick.
Wind Fist or whatever?
Whatever there
This
is.
one does. I guess any Tekken move will work. Essentially what Kyle does.
Any Tekken move will work.
I just want to grab him and throw him on the ground. It's like, oh, shit, flip him. Oh, fuck! Kyle's always ready.
Ow.
Immediate sleeper hold.
Yeah. What do you want?
I merely wish to speak with you, Kyle.
Oh, Harbin. Jesus, man.
Tree Hugger is up and pointing a spear, by the way, just from his bed. He's analyzing the situation.
You look buff.
Yes,
You look
Treehugger,
good.
you have a presence about you that you didn't just a few hours ago.
You should oil up. Compete.
Tree Hugger poses. Illy looks proud of himself.
Wholesome moment. Now what the hell, Harbin?
I am the apex.
Well, you see, Kyle, I have something I wish to request of you. You see, I see
now?
you taking those. I am not quite sure what they are. Eating
Oh, yeah.
those little capsules every few hours. And
Call them fun time pellets.
fun time pellets. After you eat one of your fun time pellets, you look at peace. You see, my existence isn't a very pleasant one, and I was looking for a brief reprieve. Would you be so kind as to allow me to partake in your fun time pellets?
Sure, man. Just don't tell Shona. I think she'll get upset with me.
You
Yeah,
wish
you can
for
have
me
one.
to keep this a secret from Shona?
Tree Hugger's
Yeah.
gonna like sniff at the pills and then like a dog smelling lemon, just kind of like sneeze, just and then
Hey,
go
man,
back
what-
to scurrying.
Oh, I got so many of these, Tree Hugger.
So he didn't intend to. He just didn't like the smell of them. You know, it was purely reactionary.
Bad dog.
Tree Hugger goes back to scurrying.
Disagree. Back to the zoomies. Yeah, man. Here you go. Yeah, as long as you don't tell Shona.
Okay. It will be hard to keep from Shona, but I will do it for your sake.
Yeah, make sure if you do, tell her that you are in a lot of pain.
I see. That is the truth, so I will have no trouble telling Shona that.
Good.
Oh.
Well, then
Good.
I'm going back to sleep. Good night. What time is it in the morning?
2.
Okay, Kyle's gonna just, may I roll to see if you will sleep well tonight? Probably not. I'm just gonna say no. Kyle doesn't get much rest. He's woken up by bugs. One attacks him, one's asking him for drugs. He's getting mixed messages.
You'll probably
What
be
part
able
of the
to
hood am
take
I?
it.
Harbin pops back the fun time pellet and swallows.
How much of our party is going to be druggies? We need a functioning team.
As soon as Tree Hugger finds poison ivy or whatever, like the goblin equivalent is.
Goblin catnip.
Goblin cat.
Catnip.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh god.
That hit the spot. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, Harbin.
That is gonna
Harbin's
be.
has a bad trip.
That's gonna be a 21.
Oh,
I'm tweaking.
he turns evil instantly. He grows. Yeah, he grows. Yeah.
No weed that makes you molt.
Tweaking the fuck out.
It's a complicated sensation to describe, but pleasure is definitely a start. You begin to feel the world and its worries melt away around you. And although brief, for a moment, you forget about all the bad, about Asra, about your origin, about how it hurts to wake up in the morning and just exist. But despite your immaturity, you manage to hold on to that motivation, to not let by the reasons you fight. And now, you'll be able to sleep.
And with that, Harbin crawls back into bed and resumes the molting process while drifting off into slumber.
Molt moment.
True
Molt moment. Can we get a
Mulch.
hashtag molt moment in the chat? Mulch?
Harbin, for successfully putting yourself to sleep tonight and not having to deal with the consequences of ignoring your psychological affliction and its subsequent consequences the next morning, you get one miracle.
Awesome.
You don't necessarily have to feel good about that miracle given what just happened, but you get one miracle.
Wait, so should we put that down in our inspiration section, or it's separate?
There's like an other resource section. That's where I'm putting it right now.
Christmas.
Well, you can only have one at once, so you may as well just put it in the inspiration box, but you can do whatever you want. So, with all of that said and done, the next morning, Kyle, Harbin, Tree Hugger, y'all wake up. Harbin and Tree Hugger begin consuming the flesh.
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna go get
I
breakfast.
need more for my
Surprisingly nutritious, Tree Hugger. No
Agreed.
need to waste nutrients in a world such as this.
Kyle walking out with bags under his
Precisely.
eyes and horrors in them.
Yeah. And Kyle, you're barefoot too, so you feel the full contact of some purple ooze that stinks like hell walking out of your bedroom.
We can't even tell which bug corpse is stinking this room up.
So good. Why wouldn't there be
Good
purple
crunch.
ooze?
And yeah, as I said, Harbin is currently like gleaming. Like their skin has gone from like a pale the sort of pale green color to like a brilliant emerald. And their eyes look like rubies, like full on sparkling and shit.
This is important to Tree Hugger's character. Tree Hugger is going to get up. I've now figured out the exact pose he makes anytime he's thinking or he's doing something. He stands up after he's done eating and the what do you even call it? The molt is consumed, and he does the thinking pose, but exactly like the peak pose, you know, where like his legs are spread out and he's doing like a full standing on top of a mountain confidence pose. Like he's posed like a statue. Like this is a pose he got from a statue he saw once and now thinks that that's what you do when you're thinking. So he poses, statued up. He's like,
You look more nature. It's good. Molt more.
Unfortunately, I can only molt every so often, but I do prefer this shiny form, so I am glad it pleases you.
Green, green.
He's jumping as he's saying that. And then he will scurry out because he wants. The green has reminded him of the forest that is inside the house.
Yeah, they're just... Harbin is falling. Just skips over the dining room entirely.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, wait, there is food. Never mind. Tree
Yeah.
Hugger would go for food.
Are you full from
I
last
ate
night
it.
or this morning? You guys eat a lot.
Dude, it's a goblin. They can eat like 5 times their size.
For real?
I don't know, actually. But Tree Hugger can. He's got a cicada swarm to feed.
Oh, good point.
I mean, I was gonna have Harbin go over there, but if we're all congregating here, then I think it makes most sense for Harbin to follow.
Mm-hmm. Harbin is a bandwagoner in the best way. They're just trying to do it as a survival tactic.
They're built. They're actually just built like that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Spooky ass breakfast, by the way. I don't know if this music choice is intentional.
You guys don't remember when, like, in Fear and Hunger, they had breakfast? No.
Well, there's the dinner with the mayor or whatever.
Yeah, definitely not what's happening here.
Thank gosh.
Your breakfast is served. Today we have a choice of salmon, smoked salmon, Asiago bagels with cream cheese, and my own brew of coffee.
Shona looks to this man like he's the greatest hero in Raveina. You're a saint.
as well.
Kenda. You're
A
a saint.
unified sparkle in the eye.
Yeah, both of them just turn.
Like, oh, what? What is this? What's happening?
Tree Hugger
Joy!
is sitting in his chair, holding both utensils in his hands, sticking his arms in the air. Fish!
And can Treehugger be sitting in like one of those baby chairs?
Yeah, he's definitely like his nose is kind of level. His head's poking out above the table, but he is significantly small.
I just
Okay,
figured he was
good.
standing up in his chair.
No, he's
Yeah,
polite.
he sits down
That's what
and
you're
goes
supposed to do
away.
when you eat.
Ooh, what is this
I
trap?
love that. It's like a cat sitting at the dinner table.
Yeah, that's exactly how you should picture it, actually.
Good.
But yeah, you guys have a lovely
Much fun.
breakfast prepared for you. At some point, Sycamore will be the first to speak up. So then, now that you, I mean, you actually do look pretty sparkly. You wanted to become something else, right? He says, looking at Arvin.
Yes. I was thinking, if it possible, to metamorphosize.
Whoa.
Kanda, your mom, Naomi, right? She can use the reincarnate spell, can't she? Kanda doesn't say anything to that.
Oh.
Well, anyway, his mom, Naomi Angale, can use the reincarnate spell. I don't know if it'll be able to turn you into a butterfly or whatever, but
What do you want to become? Shona's gonna look at Harbin.
What the hell does reincarnate do?
It's not so much something I wish to become, Shona, but something I wish to cease to be.
Well, that... I mean, while I support you, that doesn't seem like the healthiest way to go about it.
I think you misunderstand, Shona. This is a part of my nature. It is inexorable. It is something that I must excise if I wish to remain on my mission.
Well, you gotta hope for something, right? Like, you can get rid of one bad thing, but there's gotta be like a cool thing you want, right? Like, cool horns?
I think reincarnate can let you become a tiefling if I remember correctly. But you might have to
Horns make
try
for
on
good
carrying it.
offense.
Did he just say it can make you? It can turn you into a tiefling?
Yes,
I think it's
Shona-
random what it turns you into, though.
it is.
Shona's just gonna like look down for a second, like, ooh. He didn't know. He didn't know.
You didn't know.
I was like, where's the coffee? Another cup, please.
Puts a pill in it.
Specific form
Yeah,
isn't
absolutely.
so.
Ew.
The specific form isn't so important as the the lack of the lack of ability to become like my brethren. I wish to remove that from myself.
Okay. Shona won't speak, but she'll look from Kenda, and then to Harbin, and then to Sycamore, and then to Kenda, and then to Harbin. And then she'll look at Ari. She'll be like, Ari, what do you think Harbin would look cool as? Do we have paper and pencils? I'm assuming
Alright,
she
doesn't say
doesn't.
anything.
Shona.
The butterfly wings seem cool. Flight would be pretty tight. But how would
Shona
Shona
look-
stay green?
Well, you
Thank
see,
you, Kyle.
after last night and the trouble my brethren caused, I simply wish to. I simply wish to become someone that would make you all more comfortable. I recognize that simply by matter of my existence, I have the potential to turn into something like that. But I can assure you that I have conviction. I have fire that burns within me. I will not be so easily persuaded to their way. But if I could be someone without that urge, that impulse, I figured it would make me more comfortable, make you all more comfortable too.
Well, heck yeah.
Put my hand on Harbin's shoulder. Well, look, whether you want to become or lose what you have, don't worry about last night. It happens. We all have shit chasing us here, man. That don't even sweat it.
I would kill anything that chases me.
I see. Well, if nothing else, it would also be nice to rid myself of my origin, but I have a feeling that that is not something so easily excised. And besides, it is that very origin that fuels the fire within me to see my task through to its completion. You all have given me
On
much
that
to
note-
think of.
On that note.
I think Kyle's probably done with breakfast and will speak. Rockind, if you don't got anything going on, I'd like to continue work on our weapon.
Right. Yeah. Selena's gonna come by sometime in the afternoon and drop off some sort of message. But in the meantime, if you want to get to work, follow me upstairs.
Let's do.
Shona's gonna take a look at the reactions of the Kenda, Aster, and Sycamore. What do they seem to that news?
What, that Selena's gonna come by, or the thing about Harbin?
Either one, since it was in the same sentence.
That's not...
Whatever. One at a time, maybe.
Okay. Looking over at Sycamore, he appears to have his usual sly grin on his face. Ari, the same way, looking. She was basically looking directly at Kyle the whole breakfast. Maybe not by virtue of trying to look at Kyle, but just looking directly ahead of her. And
Did she eat the bagel?
yeah, she ate. Although there was a lot of leftovers, and you see that Sycamore actually took some of them off her plate and ate them himself.
Well, you can't waste food.
As for Aster and Kenda, the two appear to be in different stages of trying not to think or care about what just happened.
Harbin's going to. Well, actually, can Harbin tell that Kenda and Aster are perturbed?
Are you looking at their expressions?
Harbin's looking at them, perhaps not specifically at their expressions, but
I mean, you see them appearing to rest in their usual states of being.
okay. Then Harbin will do nothing else.
Well, what do you guys normally do for fun around here? Not a single person staying.
I'll be taking care of some housework. If you need me, I'll probably be in the bath.
There are good trees in the middle. We can go.
Treehugger makes a compelling argument.
I think there's a house.
Shona's gonna like slow
Yeah.
turn a house. Slow turn between them, Aster leaving, and then back towards the three.
If you want. You mind helping me out with my gardening?
Thank you. Shona will get up immediately.
When you're done, Shona, you should swing back here. I think me and Ari had something we wanted to talk to you about.
I'm tempted to roll insight, but he's just got the Sliger in. So Shona will just be like, okay, and then run.
Alright.
Wait. Look at Ari. Roll insight on Ari.
No.
Damn it. Why are there two Shonas?
No
I
more
don't
doing that. Oh, the two Shonas smack into each other and die. They
Sometimes another Shona just appears.
Oh my god.
No.
Chaos.
They're like the
Not
Hat Man, but it's you.
This body cannot be killed.
Alright. So, you guys have 6 hours of free time if there's anything you would like to attempt to get done while Rockind is waiting for his message from Selena.
I don't even know what I could work on.
A house in the trees. Oh wait, there is a tree house.
It's a
There is,
gazebo.
yeah.
It's a what?
It's a gazebo.
Oh, it's below the trees.
Yes.
Okay. You could build a tree house, tree hugger. Just be like a woodpecker, peck out a little spot.
True. I think Tree Hugger is going to be patrolling the nearby forest and just kind of doing rounds around the house. Like whatever. I don't want to be inside.
I need to be free.
Okay.
Stone walls.
Can you like hurl some rocks as he's going around the outside?
Yeah, Tree Hugger's gonna go outside and look for really nice throwing stones to stick in his pouch for more magic stones later.
Brilliant.
Gotta always keep him stocked up.
No, absolutely.
They have to
Makes
be good
perfect
for
sense to
skipping
me.
too. That's his rule.
I mean, I feel like, wouldn't you want them to be more jagged if you're throwing them at someone?
Probably.
True, yeah. You want him to be good throwable, you know? You just want him to be able to cover distance.
Yeah.
They gotta go 60 feet.
All right. Tree Hugger, roll perception for me.
Ooh, let me check. Natural Explorer. Can't be lost. Difficult terrain doesn't slow group. Times 2 forward. Tracking yields exact details. Aware of danger. Okay, yeah. Perception. Do that. That's going to be 13.
Okay. Your watch is uneventful, and you find some good throwing stones.
Darned. Cool. Hooray!
Uh-oh.
Ivan, anything you want to do?
It's a very good question. I kind of want... I think I might go full in on this. Yeah, I kind of want Harbin to talk with Kyle about what happened. Harbin might go try and trail after Kyle.
Okay. Yeah. You probably see them just beginning to step into the workshop as you get up to the top of the stairs.
Harbin will go over to the workshop, and this time, Harbin will knock. Harbin has been corrected. Harbin has learned.
If you walk up to them, they'll still be like outside the door in the hallway. It's a pretty sturdy door, so
Okay.
it takes some effort
Nah,
to swing
we need
open.
the knocking progression.
Okay, fine. He did. Sure, why not? Whatever.
Character
Who is
growth,
it?
baby.
It is me. I wish
Oh.
I wish...
Sorry, keep going.
Oh, my apologies. I wish to speak with Kyle for a moment.
Rockind looks over at Kyle.
Looks over. All right. 2 secs. Okay.
Kyle's just making those noises while like closing a book normally.
Totally. Yeah. What up? What's going on, Harbin? I'm doing serious business.
Oh, is this a bad time for you?
Nah, man, I'm joking.
Okay.
What's up? How'd the fun time pellet work for you last night?
It was truly fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I got to sleep.
Do you not normally sleep?
I do, but not like that. Not uninterrupted.
Well, that's seems like I'm willing to lend you some more, I guess, if this is working out for you.
But I must ask, Kyle, how do you not lose track of your purpose? I felt the fun time pellets distracting me, bringing my thoughts further away from my mission. It felt as if I might lose what had been driving me. How do you keep going when taking them so frequently?
I kind of like raises his eyebrows and like rubs his forehead. He's like, man, that's a question. At this early in the morning? Okay.
Oh, is
Well-
this not the time for that question?
No, it's a perfect time. It's always a perfect time for this question. If it needs to be answered, let's answer it now. I think for me, I like that. I want more of it. I don't really want to think about why I'm here, if that makes sense. Or, that's a pleasurable feeling to me. So, how do I lose it? Easily.
That's an ironic song.
What is it? Hold on.
It's Castle
Wells' theme, just entire the guy who is the most purpose driven.
I thought this was Castletown.
True, but I would call I feel like Castletown is representative of Ralsei.
Okay, I'll take
that
that
version?
explanation. Yeah. I must admit, Kyle, I'm not sure I understand. You have a very important role to play in all of this. To forget about it seems irresponsible.
Kyle goes, ah la 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 la.
Yeah. You know what, Harbin? If I need to be a little irresponsible to keep my feet on the earth, keep walking, keep myself alive in this place, hell, man, I got a bug friend I met a couple yesterday, and his friends are attacking me. More than that, listen, I don't want to go into it right now. I can't. You know what? This was a bad time, actually. I think
I
just
see.
if you want more, come ask.
Well, okay then, Kyle. Perhaps I will ask again sometime. But is there a agreed upon time that humans have to discuss these matters?
No, but I guess let's say 5 o'clock.
I see. 5 o'clock. It was
When
brought
do
to
people
my
start drinking?
Yeah.
It was brought to my attention yesterday that humans have many protocols for their interactions which I am unaware of. I am merely trying to be cognizant. I will ask you again at 5 o'clock. Good luck in your endeavors today.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
You
I'll close the
too,
door.
Rockind. And Harbin walks off.
What?
Kyle shrugs. He's like, "Listen, man, I don't know. Beep, boop, 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 boop,
What were
boop.
you guys talking about?
Fun time, pellet.
Fun time pellets. Yeah. I don't know. He was just asking, how do I stay on mission? And I don't know that I do.
No. Well, you seem to be doing fine in spite of that, so.
Thank you.
So anyway, let's get started. Rockind is going to roll another check. Kyle, if you'd like to help him, go ahead and roll your own intelligence check.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, can I re-roll that?
If you want
I
Maybe
will
just soul 3.
spend a bit of sorcery on this.
to.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice.
Kyle understands the universe for a brief moment.
Have you heard of the Rutherford gold experiment?
Beg your pardon.
I'm shocked you know about that.
It's like the only thing I remember from science class.
I don't know what the Rutherford Gold Experiment is.
Yeah, me neither.
It's how they
It
figured
shoots like
out
electrons between two sheets of gold metal, and
Oh,
It's basically how they proved that atoms were like mostly empty space, because you could.
right.
I'll have a railgun.
Yeah, railgun of
Slightly.
particles.
Just give Kyle a particle accelerator with like an open tube at the other end.
Oh my god. Create black holes in front of him.
Yeah, it's basically what gave rise to the nuclear model for the atom.
yeah.
Mm-hmm,
It's really cool.
All right. So, Kyle, silently, stoically, methodically, Rockind begins to further and further put together the pieces of the gun as per the blueprint. And again, you're trying to make this into a sort of spellcasting focus, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Carrying on
And-
Rox's legacy
Yeah.
of
Tinkering
magic
with shit.
gun.
And the
His
idea
final
is that
game.
you use your Godzilla in order to make it like fully functional, right?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, that will be the material components as part of making the magic item that'll come later when you can actually knowingly unattune from the egg. But in the meantime, yeah, the work goes on extremely quietly. Rockind being almost so focused that talking probably doesn't even occur to him.
Scarily.
Wonderful.
focused.
6 hours pass.
6 hours do pass, and with the check he rolled, I'll say that as of right now, you've got the makings of whatever your spellcasting gun will be once it's combined with Godzilla.
Really? Wow, awesome.
Yeah, after with the blueprints, Rockind is just such a handy craftsman that with spare wood and parts lying around his workshop, he's able to put it together pretty easily.
Does Kyle understand it very well?
After
Go ahead and make another intelligence check.
Oh, okay, please, 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 please.
you could do it. Double 20.
Kyle's smart.
That is not the right
That's
dice.
the wrong dice.
Not much better. Aw.
You can reroll as per
Okay.
usual. Just mark off another spark point.
Yup. Yup. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, okay. And then I would like to add for my day, for today's date, my 2d4. So 15, 4, 19, and my intelligence, a solid 2, 21.
Okay. With a 21, yeah, you understand the mechanisms of how this thing works. I mean, it's a little bit simplistic in your mind. You're not like sure of the physical principles behind like why everything works, but right now you're pretty intimately familiar with the mechanical workings of a gun. And with it, Rockind then says, "All right, now we have to start working on the bullets." And you'd have your gun now, and you realize that even with Godzilla, unless you're channeling the energy through, what you've made is a gun. It needs bullets.
Fuck.
It still needs. Okay, so that's like the gunpowder. Godzilla's like the power, but
Magic
you still need
gunpowder.
some of the fire.
Yeah, is that essentially what it is?
No. He's going to need to make bullets in order for this thing to work.
Right, no, but what Benny Whiskers is saying about, like, the Godzilla being the firing, like, the hammer, basically.
It's the gunpowder. Yeah, the hammer versus then the bullets.
No, this is a gun. This is just it has its own hammer. What it's got going on at the back is like this sort of metal claw that will eventually, when Kyle can unattune from it, fit around Godzilla like a metal hand and give the gun enchantment properties.
Oh, okay, so it's just like an added thing. It still needs to function like a gun first.
Yeah, by itself, it will still work like a spellcasting focus. Like it'll give you a bonus to your spell attack and your DC and stuff like that. But there's also some other components that come with being able to use bullets. So,
Okay.
if you
we
want,
might need
you
to
just-
talk about this some more so I can understand it better, but
yeah, we'll talk about it after the session.
got it.
But you need bullets.
We need bullets. Let me think of that. Let me know if you get any ideas, but I think we've done enough for today.
All right. Shona, you go out into the guard. Actually, yeah, let me do this first. Kyle, you are chilling out, walking out with Rockind from your workshop, and at the edge of the stairs, you see this woman, Selena, standing there, briefcase in hand, looking irritated as usual. There you are. Took you long enough. What were you even doing? I was working on a project. I didn't know I was tardy. Well, hurry up. And begins to lead him outside.
Outside.
Hey Ben,
huh?
should I come with you?
Yeah, if you want. Usually when she's got orders to give me, we go out and have a cig together.
Okay.
Light up a dart.
Okay.
Kyle lights up at that.
Yeah, let's go.
Who are you? This is
I'm
this is Kyle. He was
Consultant.
helping me with my blacksmithing project earlier. He's a good kid. Right. You see as she takes out a package of long cigarettes and lights one. Rockind doing the same. Very manly looking, sort of Marlboros. Kyle looking at them. An old passion is sparked within you.
Rock smokes American spirits, by the way.
Absolutely. Good for him. Me personally, I prefer special selects.
That is why we are different people.
May I?
You say that to Selena or Rockind?
Selena, I'll be up front. Direct. Wait, she's the one who... Is it a guy or a girl?
She is a grown-ass woman.
Grown-ass woman. And she's the one with the cigarettes.
They both have cigarettes.
I'll ask
You're
her.
the only uncool person in the room right now.
Please to be a cigarette. I need to be cool. I'm wearing Hawaiian... I'm Bahamas John right now.
Johnny Bahama?
Yeah.
Bahamas
I like
John.
Bahamas John better.
Bahamas John.
May I?
Right. Give me a second. You see as she rolls one up for you and then hands it over. Sparks both yours and hers with a quick prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Rockind has a... Fuck, I called him Rocks. God damn it. Rockind has an actual mechanical lighter.
Anytime that happens, it's gonna be like calling your boss dad.
Please don't call Rockind Dad. I don't know if he'll be able to take it like Rocks did.
Good work today, Dad.
Oh shit!
Did you call me?
Die of shock.
Kyle's just looking for one new dad after another.
Somebody please be my dad. And don't die.
Yeah, Kyle's last two
Anyway, Kyle,
dads have
I assume
not
you
met.
take it.
Yeah, can I roll persuasion on this hit?
For what?
What?
No, never mind.
Voice actor, like I deserve to be here.
Performance?
Yeah. How do you poise yourself as you very dramatically take a drag alongside these two very professional working adults?
I lean over the rail, elbows on the rail, look out into the woods. Like I've done this a million times. Another
Alright.
day. Casual.
Yeah, roll performance for me.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna reroll again?
No. This is such a lame ability, but it's... Oh, no. Persuasion, though, is good.
Performance, I think.
14. I cough. No, I cough.
You slip slightly on the railing.
Yeah. It's been just a bit too long, and so that gross tar feeling as it goes down just sort of catches you off guard. You're like, oh shit. Probably a little bit
What?
stronger than what you had back in the real world, too.
Oh, yeah? Cal's like, fuck this, and he pops a pill.
No, he should put it on the end and then like suck it in.
I think that's not how that works.
I
I'm pretty sure, actually. I don't
Put it
think
on
I
the end
absolutely know.
And then suck it in.
put it on the end. It gets a little
What
singed, and then you.
You're getting a little too creative with
Okay,
these.
here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna Wu-Tang this thing. You're going to eat it before it is fully finished.
Eat the cigarette.
This is how you look cool. Yeah, you eat the cigarette when it's like a fourth left.
I channel Tree Hugger. What would Tree Hugger do?
Tree Hugger would eat the cigarette before lighting it.
You're
You're trying to look cool.
We're not on Top Goblin. I have to light it first.
Yeah. And then eat the lit cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyle has, I think, positioned himself as a newbie here.
Kyle, my man, party animal, you've really been riding the lightning these days.
I think. What's so bad about that, huh? Huh, guy?
What? Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. Not a single thing. I mean, just look where it's gotten you. Say whatever you want, but this has been quite a journey.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with stopping to smell the roses.
I agree. I take another puff.
You're on a fast track to putting it all behind you. Forget about Horsra or saving Earth or even your dad. They're not here. They're not here right now. And I don't have any control over you.
Kyle looks up and breathes out the smoke. And just takes another puff.
It's ironic that Harbin brought up that little thread earlier, isn't it? He's got no idea what he's signing himself up for.
He's just a little fella. Oh gosh. I should have given him that pill.
A conscious. At least late in the game. The point is forgetting about this stuff that's unimportant, isn't it?
I don't know, man.
Oh, come on. You used to be cool.
No, I still am cool. I'll give him another tonight. He's in pain. I'm in pain. What's wrong with little escape?
Everyone is in pain.
Nothing's
Truer
wrong.
words have not been spoken, my friend.
Kyle finishes the cigarette.
And we can have this little heart-to-heart.
Shona is in back of Kyle's brain, just like
Me.
Dad, I think they make me cough. You shouldn't be putting those in your mouth.
I blow the smoke in this unconscious
I have a
vision.
little Shona
I like
on
the
your shoulder.
idea that as like Kyle zoned out and started conversing with the narrator, he just all of a sudden like slipped back into it and became cool again.
Yeah.
They're like, dang, he finished that in 4 puffs.
Oh shit, did I?
Yeah, oh, you can have another one, I guess. You good, man. You went through that fast.
Yeah, man. Never been better.
Right.
His
So,
eyes-
Selena, what was it you wanted to bring up? We've received word of something through the official Odol Gabria channels. What? Apparently, someone is on our old channels. Using an official seal, they sent us a letter informing us that they'd be arriving tomorrow. Who do you think it is? Could be a lot of people. My first guess would be that it's more of the elf children. That some of them actually managed to get back to us. But then again, given what we've seen of them, they're all tricky as far as their personality goes. So, maybe it's a remnant. A survivor from the attacks in Balari. That seems far-fetched. You saw it personally, right? I did. I assume you didn't like what you saw. I didn't. And personally, I don't think any of the Odol Gabria could have survived that. The monsters themselves were resistant to various means of magic. There are a few people on that list that I would rather not see return. What, feeling sentimental again? But out. Listen, I know all the troubles. I've been through them all myself. Speaking of, what was my brother like? He says, looking at Kyle.
Like you. Quiet. Strong. He was a leader. Ultimately, though, I feel like I never really knew the guy.
I guess you and I are alike in that. Yeah, who's getting sentimental?
But I miss him though. Wish he was still here. Kept me straight.
You hear tree hugger scampering inside loudly.
Collectively, the two ignore it.
Yeah.
Family's complicated, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Spoken like a real old man. I am older than you, aren't I? And I regret hearing it each time. How does someone like you get to live to 150? I guess I don't really think about it too hard. Same way the Elvish kids probably won't think about it when they're in their 3rd century or so. Compared to them, I mean, I'm maybe in my early teens. That's also not a fun thought. Anyway, that was all. Good catching up. Always love these chats that we have.
Nice meeting you.
She doesn't pay you any mind and heads out.
Aw.
That's okay. I am a newbie. Haven't proved myself.
Don't worry about that. She's, prickly.
Yeah.
Do you know where Shona is? And at that, we're gonna cut over to Shona.
Okay.
Do you know
Shona,
where Shona is?
That feels like a moment where, for half the episode, you're like carrying around a dog or something, and then suddenly you're like, oh, it's not here. Scooby Doo is loose in the Scooby Snack Factory.
You just have the leash and the collar at the end of it. You're like,
Yeah.
I'll lost the baby.
You're like, oh no.
Oh no.
I had to reroll 3 fucking times.
And you used
But it was
her
worth it.
2d4.
I know. God damn it.
There's
Looking for
any
saving
combat
throws, bro.
today, we're cooked.
Shona, you and Kenda go out into a little patch just a bit north of the Uru Manor. And you see there's a bountiful horde of tomatoes, grapes,
Oh,
even a little baby apple tree.
wow. Is this where we get our food?
It's where we get some of our food. Hold on. It's where we get some of our food, not all of it. Most of it we get shipped in from somewhere else, or have it being preserved with magic down in the storage.
Shona's gonna like wander around. How much do you know about gardening? I'm supposed to be getting better at it.
Depends on what you want to know, really. What kind of garden you
Flower.
making?
Lots and lots of flowers. But other stuff is cool too.
Alright, well, what do you want the garden to mean?
Peace.
Peace. Alright, well, in the language of flowers, there's quite a few that could be used to represent something like that. Lavender, poppies, hyacinths. It's kind of a big topic, though, don't you think?
Shona, while he was describing that, was like furiously looking for a pen and like getting ink all over herself, and then like just turns up, yeah. What it all means, and to each person.
When it comes to that sort of thing, painting a picture with a garden, a picture that means something, it's important to linger on what that meaning is before you really get started. I mean, if you're making it for food, that's one thing, but gardening, I'd say, is
is equally a valid form of artistic expression.
Shona's gonna nod, and then she's gonna walk and like find a peaceful part of the garden and sit down.
Why would you have to get better at making a garden?
Oh, I promised someone I would. And I want to.
He just nods.
Shona will sit for a second, like just kind of absorbing what he said about letting it come to you or like focusing on them. And then she'll be like, how has it been? You know, you're a caretaker type. How has it been with all the crazy elf people in one house?
I mean, they're really not so bad. Ari's pretty quiet. Doesn't need much. I can't tell if that means she's mature or just sort of off in a way, but she hasn't caused problems at the very least. Sycamore, on the other hand, is a bit more opinionated, and in those opinions, he somehow manages to pull from all the worst places.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he grew up being very well educated.
What do you think of the Odol Gabria? All those guys. The ones that are left.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. All I've really seen is Celine, and she's very cold. So, I was hoping you knew more about him.
I know plenty. Whether or not that means I'm going to share it with you is another story.
Shona
You're
her
talking
head.
about my friends and family.
Yeah, good point. My bad.
I know you didn't mean any harm by it. But still, careful what kind of questions you ask about stuff like that. I will say, they're all very stubborn. And they, like Sycamore, are all very opinionated, but in such a way it's almost worse. Like they always have an argument for something, no matter how difficult the topic it is.
I bet it was hard then, trying to sort things out, get your voice in.
Voice, don't kid yourself. Guys like us, we aren't meant to talk at the table. That's where the adults do their work.
You don't want to change that? Occasionally pipe in?
It's just not the natural order of things. Everyone wants to be heard, but some people shouldn't be.
Shona will ponder on that for a second more, and then stand up. Well, this garden can be your voice. So, how do I help you?
Go ahead and grab a shovel.
Shona is ready to dig.
All right.
She was waiting to hear that.
You and Candace spend a little time planting a few more seeds. Afterwards, he heads back inside and goes off somewhere, not inviting you to come along with.
I have been abandoned. Shona will fall dramatically at the doorstep. She's gonna do a quick check over here, see that Harbin and Treehugger are chilling.
Treehugger is asleep in a bush.
Harbin's like on this bench, sitting like thinker.
Sitting like thinker. Shona's not sure whether to interrupt that or not, so she will not. She'll
Just naturally, like that's just the default pose Harbin assumed.
Okay. She'll walk and look for the other two, Sycamore and Ari.
They're both chilling in the dining room still, sat down on the sofa looking at the bookshelves.
Shona will walk in.
There you are. So, how was your little expedition?
It was nice. Gardening is fun.
And Kenda, what'd you think of the big guy?
He is very nice and sweet and sits behind the sidelines. And I was like, man, maybe you should be before the sidelines because it seems like you got nice, kind ideas. But he seemed fine with where he was. It was a bit troubling, but only for me.
Sycamore actually looks a little taken aback. Not in a way that's like offense, but just slight surprise at your insight.
Shona is not going to show anything, but not annoyed, but something else at his taken aback. Anyways, what y'all up to?
Nothing, just sitting around, watching Ari solve puzzles. I was working on my poems too, but couldn't think of anything good.
Shona will look at what Ari's doing first.
You see that she has, out of wood, begun deconstructing this very complicated puzzle made of like these individual L blocks with like a divot through the center of them, so they can all be like put into a weird combination. It's a puzzle.
Okay.
It's like one of those. It's one of those metal ring puzzles that's hard to take apart. So
Shona rolls an intelligence check, and despite it being a 15, cannot comprehend, and she understands. Ah, yes, a puzzle.
you would not be able to solve this.
No.
So, I take it you've thought a little bit more about what we talked about last night?
I have.
So, what'd you come to?
Well, no. But also, tell me more about what Ari thinks.
He looks slightly irked when you say that, but turns over to her. I don't know, honestly. She's always been quiet. When I told her about my plan, she just sort of looked at me the same way, but started following me more frequently. When I went to do scouting on the Odol Gabria and dig a little bit deeper into their secrets, she was by my side the whole time. She's a real convenient excuse. You tell someone Ari wandered in somewhere, and their first instinct is just, oh yeah, Ari. Easy to sift past any prying eyes when you got someone like her around.
Interesting. Shona's gonna like sit back. Wait, this isn't a chair. She'll lean against the table. My bad, I was zoomed in too far. You know I disagree fundamentally with your whole, like, let's just take the whole thing over by force and, like, murder people or whatever, right? You know that? We're on the same page.
You want to talk about why?
You know what? Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know where I was going, but yeah, tell me.
So then let's start with the two major points. You're against killing and you're against seizing power. So I take it you've never killed anyone before.
Shona is going to think. I mean, bad guys, a bullet, but not the way you're probably talking. People that were easily to, deface. Except for two, and she thinks of the guardians of India.
So you have killed before.
Shona's gonna look out the window. Yeah, I guess so.
Then where's your apprehension with this come from? You know very well that these people are bad.
Would you call this a favor? Still thinking back on the other two.
What?
Would you call what we're doing a favor? A favor to someone, to Bellari, to us, to them? What your plan is? Would you call it a favor?
You're talking comically, right?
Maybe. Maybe more personally.
Well, more personally, we're doing a lot of good for everyone.
Everyone in the Odol Gabria and beyond has their little secrets. The more you dig into them, the more ugly the whole picture begins to become.
What's your
Like
history?
an abstract made out of blood.
Blood.
Spooky. I guess I'll have to learn some of that. But what's yours? Your story? You know, with our shared ancestor-ish.
Shona, roll a persuasion check.
Oh, Shona, please. Shona, please. You're not good at this, but I believe in you. Oh, Shona. Oh, Shona.
Shona.
Oh, Shona.
Oh,
Oh,
Shona.
Shona.
Oh,
Shona,
damn,
no.
Shona. A 9. No, an 8. Sorry.
I don't know. Rough childhood. Like most of the people who ended up at Lurpertown, I wasn't happy with where I was and tried to become something more.
And you didn't find it at the monk thing either?
He looks irritated again when you bring it up, but just sort of shakes his head a little bit and says, "Guess not. Some things people just aren't suited for."
Dude. Shona's gonna like collapse. Not collapse, but like put her head in her hands for a minute. Yeah, agreed. Ugh.
More than me, you seem to have picked up a few of their teachings.
You think?
I don't know. I picked up a lot more from the philosophical part of it. You seem to have picked up more from the martial arts perspective.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to listen when someone tells you to run than it is to tell when they tell you to think.
You don't think about things of your own accord?
Oh, I do. Yeah. And that's the problem. Never fit into what they wanted. Empty your mind, like, feel the key flow into you. I'm like, oh. I can't empty my mind, and I feel like the key's like flowing out. I gotta keep it contained. The energy.
Why would you have to do that?
Shona's gonna look at her gauntlet. Because it's dangerous.
Dangerous for whom?
Anyone but you. She'll look back at him.
You're being intentionally vague, I can tell. You want to talk about moral quandaries and think your thoughts, then you gotta be a little honest.
Well, that's maybe my problem. I don't think I get to a fully formed opinion very quickly. That's why I'm shopping around. Asking you what you think. I want to ask the Odol what they think. That's the only way I really feel like I can make a move that benefits the most people. But you shopped, you said, secrets. What have you shopped on the positive side? What are the reasons they're, you know, they should be kept around?
Well, certainly you'd make a lot of people happy if you just let the Odol Gabria be. They'd reform their dynasty, keep having a bunch of poor kids in abusive households that are groomed and primed to take over the positions one day, but at the end of the day hate what they do and hate themselves and hate everyone else. It's a real great sentiment, honestly. It's no wonder you want to shop around there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was...
No, it's true. You and I both know it's true. So...
No, that's not fair of me. What I'm trying to say is that as important as it is that you take from other people's perspective, you know, seeing the facts that they have, you gotta think for yourself more than anything. If you base your thoughts on what everyone else thinks, then you're just a parakeet. Another sheep. Someone living out someone else's quandary. And that is a way to live, but ask yourself if you'll ever be happy with that, and the answer is usually no. So maybe you think no now, but I want you to come to a solid answer as to why you want to work with me and Ari on this one. and then maybe we can actually begin to make a difference for people.
Shona will be like looking down, and then she'll like look at him in the eyes for a little bit. Okay. And then she's gonna point. Can I have a piece of your notebook paper?
He tears out a scrap and hands it to you. He
Thank
also
you.
hands you the quill and ink. You can borrow it
Shona-
for now. I don't got anything I need to write just yet.
Then Shona will kneel down and start writing.
Sycamore leaves.
All right.
Ari just sits there, just looking at you. Unusually, her attention seems to be locked onto things.
Really? Shona will not notice primarily. She's focused.
All
But
right.
that means I gotta focus.
Well, what's Shona writing?
Poetry.
She's compartmentalizing. Wait, what?
Oh, you're figuring out what it is first. Got it.
Yeah, that's me. I'm actually gonna try and write something, so now's a good time for a cutaway.
Well, they're cutting over to you because they were looking for you. So,
Oh, okay.
assuming Kyle, you come in with Rockind, you see Shona writing down stuff on the table, and Ari sat on the couch next to her. There you are.
They're
You
gonna have
mind
to
if
say it a
we
second.
talked about things?
They're gonna
I
have
know
to say
you were a little bit more hesitant the last time I brought up our plan, but given that there's going to be someone else coming into the mix tomorrow, if we wanted to get some action done, then we'd have to take advantage of that opportunity.
Huh? Shona looks up. Oh,
Did
my
you
bad.
hear a word of what I just said?
Shona will look down on the paper, and where she was writing something, the words that he said are now there. Like they just went in one ear and out through the pen. Yep. We've got to take action. Wait, someone's coming tomorrow?
We don't know.
Yeah, an
who, but
unknown person. I say.
Someone sent a letter to Selena, or I guess the rest of the Odol Gabria in general, using proper communication channels, seals, signature. That particular brand of cursive, the bougie, pompous bastards used to write their checks. The point is, there's going to be a gap in their defenses come tomorrow. When that happens, there's something I want you to dive into. So, if you could gather your group, and we don't have to do anything decisive just yet, but there's something I want you to do for me.
Okay. What is it?
Well, I figured I would wait until everyone else gets here, but to the north of the Uru Manor, there's a force field. It's set off by having a certain proximity of undead to it. It's an anti-undead force field, essentially. It's maintained by the Odol Gabria. But every now and then they need someone to go and clear out the undead that hoard around here just by virtue of being in the forest. That's normally mine, Kenda, and Aster's responsibility, but I want you to look at what's in the force field once you've cleared out all the undead. When you do that, get back to me and I'll give you a bit more details. And I apologize for being so vague, but it's the kind of thing you won't understand if I just explained it to you conceptually.
Okay. So, clear the force field while the person arrives? Or during? Or...
Today. Preferably
Okay.
now.
Go
Or-
grab
I'm gonna go
the
clear
green
my
dude.
Shona
dude.
is going to give a quick look at Ari.
Green Gang needs to be contacted.
Yeah,
Get
whistle.
the green gang.
Yeah.
I whistle. Get down from there.
Agent
Get
Dr.
out,
Tree.
boys.
Kyle. Are our services requested?
Yeah, you could better come hear this.
Very well.
Shona wants to give just one last look to Ari to see where her eyes are at right now.
As everyone piles in, Ari leaves the room.
Damn it.
Oh.
Alright, Shona will stuff the paper in her pocket. Okay. Northward. Force field, zombies.
If Selena or any of the Odol Gabria asks, just say you were exploring and that you decided to take initiative by helping clear out the undead nearby. It's
Okay.
a slightly guarded secret, putting it the best way I can.
Okay. Shona thinks of having Ari as the excuse, but she's gone.
I mean,
Hugger is getting fucking hyped for this. Are you kidding me? A mission to help out the forest?
Oh,
He's shaking. He's shaking with anticipation.
he's shaking like a dog ready to go on a walk.
Oh god, Kenda's coffee. And now this. He's gonna actually explode.
Forgot he had the coffee.
On to the enemy. Oh.
alright, so
I
you guys
prefer you
head out
keep it
then.
in your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tree hugger. No, never mind, I'm not gonna say that. You guys get out of here.
Shona's
Slander tree
Shona's
hugger
gonna-
as much as you'd like.
I was
Shona's
gonna say
look
earlier
for
that
Ari.
he uses his long nose to poke a hole in the tree.
Yeah,
Like a woodpecker.
Oh.
Off to Uru
Shona will
Mansion.
look for Ari real quick.
That's where you are right now.
Oh,
North. Yeah.
It's north of the Ur Mansion.
what is the force field surrounding?
He said it was an artifact or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry,
So
were
are
you
we
asking?
just turning the thing off, or are we grabbing what's on the inside?
We're just taking a look.
He said to clear out the undead in the forest, deactivating the force field so you could get a look at what's there, and then come back to him so he can explain it better.
Got it.
And he also said to not let anyone else know about this.
Okay.
Utmost secrecy.
Shona's gonna go
Only the
look for
trees will
Ari.
know. Only the trees.
Can I make a perception? Oh my god, a perception check, just to see if anyone's listening or watching Shona as she goes do this.
What? Goes through what?
Goes to talk to Ari.
Oh,
What's abnormal about it?
no.
Just
We're
wanting
gonna
to
talk
know
about this.
if anyone, because I'm gonna invite Ari out on a walk, and I don't want that. He said don't arise suspicion, so I want this to be natural or unheard, if better.
Anyway, no, you cannot make a perception check.
Okay. Shona will just enter the door. Ari, we don't talk much, do we? Do you want to come for a walk in the woods? Shona will like motion with her hands, like make a tree and then a footsteps.
She hops out of the bed, stands next to you.
Oh, dear. I've been chosen by the cat distribution system. Do you need shoes or anything? Shona will tap her shoes. She doesn't say anything.
She does not say anything.
Barefoot it is.
She's wearing very dirty socks.
Okay. I see.
If
the
she has
design.
shoes, she does not know where they are.
Alright, they go.
Alright. So you take her with you into the forest of undead.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck it. We ball. So, you guys head
boy.
deeper into the forest.
Maybe Shona needs to work
Awesome
on
plague of huge locusts.
Oh my god!
Tree hugger is leading the charge. He is excited.
Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah. So as you guys get a little closer, I'll say you guys are on the edge, outskirts of the map looking in, so you know you're not immediately swarmed by the very obvious multiple number of zombies that are sort of stuck around this glowing white orb that appears to be disintegrating them whenever they come in contact with it.
Interesting.
This is more than I thought. Gang, how we feeling? Shona will turn to the party.
Certainly a lot of undead.
Grease and fire. I feel okay.
Yeah, push him into the force field.
Yeah.
Then she'll turn to Ari. Do you feel safe, Ari?
Why are you here, Ari?
We could lure them
Shona.
one at a time.
Shona is just gonna look embarrassed.
I'm like, you're a child of war, no doubt. Now watch us slay all these corpses.
But child, nevertheless.
Shona,
I
what
do
is...
have web. I can make 20 feet of web.
Ooh, could you do that like in front of us? Would that stop them, or is it like I got you, like a net?
It's like a cube that they get stuck in if they step on.
Can you light it on fire?
Oh,
It
dude.
would melt the web.
Good enough.
Set them on fire, maybe.
Can
Can I set someone on fire, please?
Yeah, of course.
In a forest, don't, please.
I'm pretty sure the web
Remember,
could be set on fire. You should definitely do it.
please don't set the whole forest on fire. We
yeah.
are stealthing.
You'll have to kill us, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, shit. What do we want to do?
Let's roll some initiative.
Well, let's not dive straight into combat yet.
Okay.
That is a lot
Okay.
of zombies.
Fire is good if we can like channel them, focus them together, and make sure it doesn't burn the forest.
Is that a
Harbin,
dirt path in the
Tree
middle?
Hugger.
Yes.
Yeah, is it dirt?
Okay.
Okay.
Fire
If we
can go
keep
on the
them
dirt
that-
path. Don't let it lead it.
I can pick off a few from long range.
Perfect. Perfect.
Same.
Tree Hugger.
Mm.
All right, both of you guys.
Sorry,
Ari,
keep
how we
going.
doing? How does she look?
I don't know if we have enough to.
I don't know how strong they're gonna be. I'm a little worried.
Yeah, but like even assuming they could all be like one attack each, and I still think that's too many. You know?
That's a lot. So we need to like.
Yeah, it is a lot of them.
But he
I
told us
enjoy-
to clear them out.
In my experience with zombies, trees seem to be the best thing, and then you could just throw stuff at them.
Oh my god, yeah, I totally forgot. We have the good old classic hop in a tree and poke 'em with sticks.
Well,
You guys just
I
want
will
to...
take to the air then. Harbin just sort of
Yeah.
floats up.
Hubbard
Like...
flies out of the situation, out of the party. He's just gone.
But let's get positioned in like this big tree here. I realize my green pointer blends in perfectly, but yeah. We get positioned up here in the branches, and then we can just start like focusing one at a time and hope they kind of slowly trail over. Can hop on the
Shona's
tree.
gonna stay on the ground because she can't do ranged. but-
Yeah, I'm not gonna use any of my limited use buffs, but I am
Harbin
just
will
gonna.
literally just be flying up here with y'all.
Yeah, the
Before
plan
we go,
is
though, I'm
Tree
going
Hugger
to
wants
ask...
to pelt rocks. Yes, Kyle.
I will bend over, put my hand on Ari's shoulder, or not touch her at all, depending on her reaction. Do you want to be here right now? You don't have to be. We're going to go up in that tree. If you feel comfortable climbing that tree, I recommend that you join us. In fact, I highly encourage that you join us. It's not safe for you on
Keep
the
feeding
ground.
the child here.
I'll offer like my hand out to her, like she can
Yeah.
take my hand over to the tree.
He just looks at it.
Okay. Shona, I trust you know what you're doing.
If this child dies, it's on you.
Why did I do
Yep.
this? Why did I do this?
Tree Hugger can't even acknowledge ages, so like he just thinks this is an
He has no
adult.
idea.
That is a grown elf to you.
Yeah, that is someone my size. That is an adult.
That makes sense.
Alright.
Mhm.
One last check. Where does like Ari seem like she's going or following?
She stands behind you. You brought her here.
Why did I do that? Shona
You
is gonna
did.
look up to the sun and be like, and just say like a short prayer, like, "Please, Angel, help me keep this child safe."
They're gonna kick us out if she dies. Shona, you better make sure she doesn't die. You run before you fight, okay?
Yes. Can I do like a check on how strong the zombies look? Like, if I were to punch one, how close to dead would it be?
I don't know. How do you inspect them?
Can I whistle one over? No. Just comparing the way it looks to like how a fist feels on stone. I don't know. So I'm just gonna like hold up her gauntlet and then move it back and forth like that's helping.
I mean, yeah, looks like a zombie. You fought undead things before, and they were, pretty tough. Rigor mortis usually makes them a little bit harder than, normal. So, good luck.
Don't fear death. They're already dead.
All right.
Mhm.
Shona is going to drink. I'm gonna have to scroll up because it's way up here and here. What's stronger? Hill or Frost Giant? I always forget.
Hill. No, sorry, Frost.
All right, and what's the bonus on that?
23 strength.
Oh wait, shoot. What's the bonus on the other one?
20.
Okay. Shona's gonna drink the smaller one,
All right.
the Hill Giant.
You feel the liquid course through your veins, and your spindly little spider legs become hulking tree arms, and you feel ready to punch things like no tomorrow.
All right, tree hugger, let's protect the forest.
Yes, let's.
All right. Shona will quickly go up here. You guys
Tree
try
hugger-
and draw them. I'm gonna try and draw them to like a certain spot on the path. Once I do that, Kyle, flames, grease the works.
You know it. You know me well.
Okay, again, I don't think fire's a good idea. Just because if it leaves
I have
this
rain
brown
spells.
path,
I
enough
have
rain
rain
spells to like control random zombies shambling.
I have 2 rain spells.
What's the range on them?
Oh, I can make it rain pretty big, like just rain over an area. Let me check.
All right, I just really don't want to start a forest fire.
I know this could be really bad.
Smokey the Bear, yo, and like
Only you can prevent forest fire.
30 foot
Jack.
cube. Okay. So how about
I
Only
wanna
tree
kill a
hugger
bunch
can
of zombies
prevent
at
forest
once.
fires.
exactly.
If only my
boy.
Tree hugger will get pissed at the party if a forest fire happens, like violently mad.
Okay.
Oh God.
Not
You
like
can't-
tree
you
hugger.
can't
Tree
injure the forest. That
tree
bad.
hugger's okay with forest fires, just not ones caused by us.
Yeah, like natural controlled burns are a thing, and if you explain that, like if you explained what a controlled burn was to Tree Hugger, he'd be all for it. But you guys starting random forest fires, no, you're getting punched.
We have to like treat you like a man eater. You're crying and screaming. We just have to shake you up and down. Like, oh God,
Yeah.
never.
It's
Deleting
good.
fire
This is a
spells.
controlled burn.
Yeah.
More than it's spreading rapidly.
The forest will come back. I swear.
All right.
All right. Let's
I
just.
say we start with. the
Shona will
closest
walk
zombie.
forward and like stamp her hand and be like, "Bring it on."
All right. I'll give you guys a surprise round. So go ahead and roll your initiative and add them to the initiative tracker if you wouldn't mind.
I'll use that 8 I got earlier.
Oh my God, Shona, not now. If there's any time we didn't need it, it's on a surprise attack.
Oh, great battle music.
Pissed
Oh,
off.
fuck, the zombie rolled as literal 0.
I needed them to roll that 0 because I rolled ass.
And Ari rolled a 20. What the fuck, Ari?
Dude, same. Can I high five her?
You don't. It's not like it. She doesn't
I
start like
feel it.
bouncing around.
I feel it that Ari and I are on the same wave.
What are these initiative scores? Shona 23, Ari 20, Harbin 11, Kylator 10, Tree Hugger 2, Zombie 0.
That is, yeah.
Zombies got a 0.
They rolled a literal 0. They rolled a 2 and they have a -2. So
Awesome. Okay.
yeah. So Shona, you're up first.
It's all been a chill day. We're all just like, all right, I guess let's fight.
Shona is gonna test the waters and go and run up to this zombie
All right.
and punch it. Can I prepare a reaction that, like, if Ari seems like she's about to be attacked, to like drop everything and run her out?
You can prepare your movement if you want. Yeah. You can like prepare to dash over to her if she gets hurt. But
Yeah,
okay.
that'll
Yeah, that
do.
works. In that
Alright.
case, you're gonna have to not use your action.
Never mind. I'll just be on the lookout,
Brilliant.
or maybe I'll use a different action. When they're burning, I'll take up. All right, I'm gonna punch the zombie.
All right.
I need to
Go ahead
figure
and
out
roll
how
an
strong
attack.
Alright, 2 attacks for now. 2 punches. 2 punches. It's the... Wait, how does this work? So it's proficiency plus whatever you're using to roll the attack.
Yes.
Which in this case, I'll use strength.
Yes.
Okay. So, shoot. 5, 3, plus 8. So 17 and 20.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage for the first one.
Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing. 2. It's been a while. Alright, 7 plus 5. What? Help. Is it
What?
just plus 5?
Yes, for your strength.
Okay, 12.
All right. This zombie is scattered across the tree as you pummel it immediately.
Oh,
It's dead.
yay.
Easy
Okay,
kill.
cool.
Alright, Shona's gonna turn back to Ari. How does she look?
Cheat.
Just
You know
in
what?
case.
Listen, I do
freaking out.
appreciate the effort at the very least, but Ari does look
Shona is a
the same as
concern.
Ari always does. She is blank.
Alright, how far did I move then? So here, 10 feet, 30 feet. Alright, Shona will go here and punch this one.
All right,
Actually,
go for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shona will punch this one. Sorry, I'm getting worried.
No, you're good.
Can that be...
didn't know
Oh, yeah,
what your concern was?
there you go. Okay, it hits.
Roll for damage. Roll for damage.
Not bad. Alright, 3 plus 5, so 8.
Punch. Like slapping jelly on a sandwich.
Okay. This is
He
cool.
thinks you're squishy in case you couldn't tell.
I know, I'm like, Shona's like, okay. She's waiting for the bad luck. Okay, I think that ends my turn. I can't move. Actually, no, I'll use my bonus action, because I just did 2 attacks. I'll use my bonus action to dash back to the middle. Or not, whatever. Just move back to the middle.
That
But,
costs
like,
a key
here.
points though, doesn't it?
Oh, does it? Oh, no.
Step of the
You
wind.
might be right. I won't.
Alright.
No, I will.
Okay.
So far. I don't want too many of them to get around me, so hold on. 30 feet. Alright, Shona will dash back here.
Alright.
And it will cost a key point.
Ari will walk up, and you see that she'll create this little gong in her hands made out of this weird necrotic energy, and she'll tap it very gently, and you see one of the zombies just fall over dead.
Shona.
Oh,
Turn
That'll
to
end her
Ari.
turn.
Have I ever told you how cool and awesome you are? And I just want you to know that you appreciate it. And that goes on and on for a while.
Harbin, you're up.
Alrighty. Let's see. I need to pay attention to the measurements on this real quick, so give me just a moment. If we go like
No worries.
there. 5. It would almost be better to wait and hope they group up a little bit more for this one. Unless we could do, there's another option I have here.
The nuclear option.
The nuclear option.
Kyle isn't the only one with a nuke.
Check this shit out.
Wait, really?
No, it's
had one.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna wait on a couple of these to hope that some of these zombies group up a little bit more, because it will be easier to hit them with my ultimate attacks. But
Do you want to hold your action?
huh?
Do you want to prepare your action?
Oh. Just wait till they group up.
Yeah, actually, that would be cool. If at any point we get, I'm not super familiar with preparing actions, so forgive me if
Okay.
this isn't how it works. But can I prep an action that if at any point these zombies, like more than 3, group up within a 10-foot radius, can I shoot off a bursting arrow arcane shot at them?
Sounds
And there's
good.
no one there.
Sick. And then I don't have a ton to do on bonus actions for this character, unfortunately. I don't think.
Just part of being a fighter. You can make an attack though with your crossbow, I think, can't you?
As a bonus action?
Yeah, because you've got crossbow expert.
Let me go check crossbow expert. When you have... Oh, it's when you use the attack action and attack with a one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow you are holding.
Oh.
I think it works slightly differently than that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay. I am gonna have Harbin fly a little bit closer, perhaps up to here. I'm still gonna have Harbin perhaps like 15 feet off the ground, but we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over to here, just so I can get a better shot off on these zombies if I need to.
All right. Kyle Hyatter, you're up.
Sorry, this might be it. Can I have Kyle go up on this side, say, because I just like to look at that better, or should I use my
Like you're
movement?
each in a different tree, aiming.
Yeah, like we're
Okay.
going down the sides of the path, you know.
I mean, you can teleport.
I can, but I feel like attacking, so I'll just use my movement. It's all right.
It's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then
You're
I will...
jumping from treetop to treetop?
Is it a dense forest, or is this exactly how the trees look? Okay, hold on.
I mean, I'm just making you roll a check so you don't, that's not exactly an easy maneuver.
Okay, let's make the check.
Athletics.
16.
All right, you're good. You jump across, swinging from tree to tree.
Cool.
Dies and the monkey man.
Yeah, then I'll sneak guiding bolt this zombie closest here.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
Fuck. I can re-roll that.
How many
Damn,
rerolls
I-
do you have left?
I have 3 left. Fuck you. 18.
The zombie explodes. It's not a particularly dense creature, so you don't got to go all out against these things. Is what you've garnered from watching Shona, toss him around like blood-filled water balloons.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll bonus action Sacred Flame, another one.
All right. Hit him with it.
Dexterity saving throw, or take 1d8. Sweet. 2d8. 7 points.
All right. Dexterity saving throw. Fails. Which zombie was it?
This one.
All right. He too joins his brethren.
All right. Okay, we could have just walked up on these guys. Okay.
Even still.
Walk up.
Yeah, what if one of them yells and then like a gargantuan zombie walks out?
Thank you, Whiskers.
Yeah, exactly. What if they just start World War Z-ing? What if they do an Indiana Jones but the Lego one, and they form a giant zombie by just climbing on top of each other?
Oh no! What if? Thank God we're in these trees.
Like the ants.
Tree hugger.
Cool. Tree Hugger has 30 movement, so he's going to get into a nice little position where he can hop on down and kill goblins. Kill zombies. Oh, fuck. Not goblins. He's got his stones prepped already. We're going to take a shot at this zombie.
There are luckily no goblin zombies in this horde.
Whew. That would cause some trauma. It's going to be 19.
Obliterated.
All right, okay. That was a 19 to hit, not even damage.
I know.
Fair. All right.
It wasn't clear. These guys have 1 hit point.
I see. All right. Well, we're just gonna use our bonus action to chuck a total of 3 rocks and hit those 2 other zombies in the back that are within range. We'll go with this guy first, then this guy second.
All right.
So we'll do. Okay, 18 plus 8 hits. 7 plus 8, 15. Awesome.
Brutal.
Excited with his kill streak, Tree Hugger does a little dance and passes.
Ultra kill. Monstrous. Alright. That'll bring us to the zomboids. They will all sprint over. Let me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my god. Okay, this is exactly.
That was 1 hit point. I'm sure. I bet they deal 1 hit point or something.
Yeah, definitely.
That makes sense.
All right, 3 of them are grouped up in such a way.
Wait,
If
let
you're
him-
gonna
let
bring,
him
if you're gonna bring more over, I'll just wait.
They're all moving. They've all seen you now, and being zombies, they have a craving for human flesh. Or, I guess, not human flesh. Everything else. Alright, this is taking forever. Come on.
Do you want help?
No.
No. Alright.
No.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That's a lot of zombies.
Two of the zombies try to run through the barrier and just turn to dust.
Nice.
But Harbin, go ahead and make your attacks in whatever range you would like.
Can I get like a circle of 10-foot radius that I can orient around these things?
I shall grant you with my immeasurable power, circle of 10-foot radius.
Yes.
It's white.
Dude, that's my favorite spell.
This looks good
Holy
right here.
shit.
Dude, is that a circle of magic?
All right, and Harbin will. Does it? It might need to be centered on a zombie, or can I just shoot it in the middle of that?
What does it say?
Immediately after. Okay, once per turn. When you fire an arrow from a short bow, you can apply arcane shot. It. So the way the description is worded, immediately after the arrow hits the creature, the target and all other creatures within 10 feet take this much damage. Does that mean I can't just like shoot it in the middle of this area and have it explode when it gets there, or does it have to hit a creature?
I think it has to hit a creature.
Okay, in that case we need to center it, in which case we'll center it here, which should still get us everything, right? Or it will miss this one down in the bottom left, but everything else we should get.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will do that, and we will fire off. We'll fire off an arcane shot at that zombie in the middle.
All right. You got to roll an attack.
I believe so. Once per turn, when you fire an arrow, you can apply. You decide when this arrow hits. So I think I need to roll it, and then if it hits, I can apply the arcane shot then. If that.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't miss.
It will be sad. I don't think it expends the arcane shot if I don't, but that is going to be a 17, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And so just for funsies, I'm gonna roll damage on this, even though I know I don't have to. We have 1d8. Why does it say 1d8 minus 1? Oh, because I didn't change it to dex. That's why. There we go, 1d8 plus 4. And then, so we get the 1d8, and as part of the arcane shot, we will get an additional 2d6 force damage. And then plus 4 onto that. That was kind of an ass roll. But yeah, that will do 14 damage to every... or I guess... It'll do 6 damage to everything within that. Wait. I'm sorry. Detonates. Yes, I had it right the first time, and then I doubted myself. Only the creature I hit takes the arrow damage. Everything else takes the 2d6. So everything in the radius gets 6, and the zombie I hit gets 10. Sorry, that was mostly for my practice than anything else. But that's how bursting arrow works. So good to know.
Nice. Yeah, you took out a bunch. Good shit. Top of the round, back to Shona.
Okay, is it an action or a bonus actually to take Ari and run with her? Like to pick her up and run a little way?
Can
Or is
pick
it
her up
just
for
like
free. But I would have you make a check. Actually, no, you can
Yeah, I
pick
got
her up
this.
for free.
Okay, I'm gonna do a few things then. I need to count my movement wisely though. So, up to this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna punch. We're gonna punch. I keep forgetting to roll. Okay, he's gone. Okay, over to I can attack him from here. Over to this guy. We're gonna roll. Come on, Shona. Don't fail, Shona. 15. Okay. Wait, with?
No, you splat them.
Okay, he's
Sorry.
flat.
I'm
Yay!
making splat noises. I don't know if they'll come through.
No, that one did, but it was just a little softer. So I'm like, oh, is that a whiff?
Lancer.
All right. Now back here. So 5, 10, 15. Shona's gonna go grab Ari and dash. Like use another key point as my bonus action, and just go back here. Specifically, what was it? Specifically 60 feet away from that zombie, and put Ari down right there. Just in case.
All right. Seems good.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't doing something useless. So.
No. There you go. I measured. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Woo! That'll end Shona's turn.
Ari will cast Chill Touch on one of the zombies. You see as a ethereal ghostly hand will come out and just seemingly stop the heart of one of these zombies. Falls over dead.
Okay. Worthless.
Harbin.
My favorite part of the DB&D campaign was when Harbin said, "It's Harbin time," and then shot a bunch of arrows at everyone.
Harby.
It's Harbin time.
Since I have understood how this works, the first thing I'm going to do is fire an arrow at... I'm going to pick off the ones in the back first, maybe. Just, well... Yeah, no, I'll just pick them off in the back, because I have no disadvantage up to, like, 320 feet or something ridiculous. So, we'll hit the one in the... Huh?
Huh?
Oh yeah, one of the.
Oh yeah, no. So you're right. You just can't fire anything past that range.
Yeah, I am perfectly fine up to that range, but anything beyond is worthless.
Go to.
So we will shoot right for the zombie in the back first. Just with a regular. I'm just doing regular crossbow shots right now, so we'll start with the one in the back. One furthest in the back. Is 11 enough?
Yeah.
Okay. One in the back right will go again, because I get 2 attacks. That's going to be a 16. And then I'm going to use... I'm going to use a quick little action surge to take another...
Action surge.
He's learning.
I'm learning to take an additional attack action, which, because it's an additional attack action, I do 2 more attacks. Okay. So the one furthest in the back right now, back right, that'll definitely hit, and one more. That probably won't. Unless an 8 hits.
Yep. You know.
Okay.
I can't remember if rolling a natural one an attack roll is an automatic failure, but you know, I don't care. They're zombies. They have 1 hit point.
Okay, sick.
Wow.
You meet the AC.
So, yeah, in that case, we will, because I don't have anything I can do with it. The cool thing is, if that hadn't hit, I could have used a little fun thing called the curving shot.
Nope.
At 7th level, you learn how to direct an errant arrow towards a new target. When you make an attack roll with a magic arrow and miss, it would have to be a magic arrow. So I have to apply magic arrow first? Okay, yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind. If I apply magic arrow
Yeah.
first and I miss, then I can use a bonus action to re-roll the attack roll against a different target within 60 feet of the first one.
Dope.
So I'll probably just start making most of my shots magic shots unless I discover that someone is explicitly explicitly resistant to them. I don't think I have any limits on how many times I can make something a magic arrow.
Damn.
I'll check back on that, but I was looking at the stat blocks earlier and I didn't see anything, so that's the assumption I'm proceeding under at the moment. In any case, that's about all Harbin can do right now, so Harbin will end his turn.
All right, go.
Yep, I was hugging this trunk, shooting zombies, having a good time, smoking a joint. He's feeling hot. He's feeling good. Just like, easy enemy.
Good way to
Hey.
live.
Yep. So here's a guiding bolt. Murdered. Here's a sacred
Kerblow.
flame. Boom. 1 point. That's all I need, man. These are easy. Right.
Okay, he did actually succeed the save, so it doesn't hit him.
Cal's fucking pissed off and spent sorcery points. He's not pissed off. He's just annoyed. He's like, let me try again.
What do you mean try again?
I get to reroll damage.
No.
Oh,
It
you
doesn't.
didn't hit the...
He made the save, and with cantrips, that means he doesn't take any damage.
Is that true? Let me check. I guess I'll take your word for it, man. You're the DM. All right.
I guess I'll take your word for it. Here, the DM.
Cool. Fucking it. Cal will get him next time.
Tree hugger.
Ah,
There's
the
exactly
Moonfest
3 zombies
continues.
left.
I'm going to attempt to throw my 3 rocks at the 3 zombies. We'll begin with the one on the bottom left of the triangle.
Roll 3 attacks.
Bam! I splatter that guy in the forehead. I throw another rock. Would you look at that? It blew his forehead wide open. And the third, I don't know. I think I'm going to blow his skull smooth off.
Just like that. The zombies in the field are gone.
Shot.
Victory is ours.
Yeah, I love
Alright,
Harbin because Harbin takes no disadvantage on crossbow attack rolls from anywhere to point blank range to 320 feet.
200 feet.
It's like you have the
320.
world's longest sword.
And then I also ignore 1/2 and 3/4 cover.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's in this friggin' force field, huh?
Alright, yeah, we woke up.
True.
Shona's
So,
gonna
what are we
congratulate
friggin' fighting for?
What do we stand
Harbin
for?
buzzes on over with Kyle.
Walking over, you see a force field.
He said to disable it,
Wow,
right?
How does
Shazam.
one go about disabling a force field?
Very carefully.
Maybe someone. Maybe it only affects zombies, and Kyle put his hand towards it.
Wait.
Just sort of sense if it's like hot or something. If there's any sign that he shouldn't, magic or otherwise, then he'll take his hand away.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Fuck.
Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, you put your hand up on it, and it's like touching a hot frying pan. Burns a little bit. You can tell that it'd probably be a lot worse if you weren't undead, but it still is not pleasant, and you still can't get through.
It's smoking. Oh, fuck.
Oh. Wait. Never mind.
A noble sacrifice, Kyle, to give us some more information about the field.
Thanks, Harbin. Got any ideas, Ari? Kyle smirks. She's like, she's not gonna say anything.
She's looking back. And you guys hear the rumbling footsteps of a zombie giant sprinting towards you all at full speed.
Oh, fuck.
Shona's gonna jump in front.
Mr. President!
Oh my
And
god.
we'll get to that
This.
next session.
God damn it! Oh, that was a classic Maroc cliffhanger right there.
Tree Hugger is definitely screaming, finally, as this thing runs up.
Harbin's like,
Yeah, baby, that's what I've been
my
waiting for.
good
Something that
thing.
doesn't die in one shot.
Ooh, is this a good time to maybe use enfeebling arrow?
You'll have to figure that out next time.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. That was a fun session. I'm glad we're getting back into this, getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'm about to
I think it might be a sec before we
Sam,
can do the next one, but I'm excited for when it does happen. Unless I'll talk about it with the Empire's gang. We'll see if we can.
Don't worry about it.
We'll see if
I
we
don't
can.
think we're gonna.
It'll probably
I
be
figured
like
not, but
two
we'll
Mondays.
get back
out.
to you.
Yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. Don't you all worry. We'll be back. But the opportunity presented itself. So in spite of the fact that I did not prepare any of my anyone for this, we are back. We're back with a bit of D&D. And how fun it was. I am slowly starting to learn Harbin's setup, and I'm liking it so far. I hope it keeps working well. Treehugger got some massive damage off on that fight against the Locust, though. I thought that was crazy.
Treehugger is designed to deal burst damage and to walk through forests, and luckily that's all we did today. So he's doing
Let's
very well.
go.
Yeah, no, Treehugger really needs to dedicate, but he can duel. He can fucking duel, which is why I'm glad that he's suddenly feeling the urge to duel things and reaping benefits. Surely, I just need to keep winning, and I can just keep getting stronger. That's all it takes.
I can't stop winning.
I can't stop winning. Surely, there's no downsides to this.
Nope.
Surely, I won't need to eat a corpse every 24 hours.
Oh god.
What happened to you? Is this just
No, sorry. That probably wasn't clear, and I was gonna let you know at some point. But you're not feeling like hungry all the time. There's just going to be some people that you meet down the line that you get that compulsion to duel them. And if you win,
for sure.
you get cool shit. And if you lose, because you got to do a one-on-one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a war cleric, unbeknownst to myself.
Unbeknownst to myself.
Yeah. I picked up on how it worked and what was going on. It's just funny seeing it. Like, Treehugger just has this hunger, this like circadian urge to just eat.
I mean, you can still eat them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You could still eat.
Maybe not all of them.
that's
Maybe
right.
not the humanoids, but the locust person. That was I'm fully on board for that.
Damn.
That's such a cool character thing. That's just
Yeah, you
awesome.
did that with Harbin too. I do apologize because I was not picking up on what you were going for with that initially. Hopefully we eventually got somewhere with that, but
I mean, you made it. You pulled through. Whether or not that was a good thing and the way you did it is up for debate, but you did quell the urge, which would have had negative consequences. So, make sure you spend that miracle wisely.
I will. I hope. But yeah, all right. It was a nice little return. Glad to be back, even if it'll be a little bit before we can do the next one. Anything else you guys want to say, or should I start wrapping things up?
I hope everybody has a good night.
Alrighty.
Damn straight.
That being the case, I'll go ahead and remind everyone of stream schedule real quick, and then we will bid you all adieu. So tomorrow night I will see you all for some Golden Berry attempts. We're doing 3B still. I'm very much hoping to finish that up tonight. I'm feeling decent, finish that up tomorrow night. I'm feeling decent about it, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes that just doesn't pan out. On Wednesday, I will be giving at least one more attempt to Persona 5 the Phantom X. I thought the start was decent. I wasn't wowed by it or blown away, but I'm willing to at least give it one or two more streams. So we'll see how I'm feeling after that. There will probably be a Friday stream, which will be a more one-off event. I'm considering a few ideas, one of which is just doing a brief return to Strawberry Jam to finish a level. But I have a couple other ideas as well that I might do just in case I have the time to prep them and put together a little stream for it. And then I will be back on Sunday for Persona 3 Reload. After that, we are going on a break for a little bit. It will be after that Sunday. It will be at least a week and a half before you hear from me again. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Maybe a touch sooner, but it will probably be that week and a half mark before I return.
A great quest must be undertaken.
A great quest. I'm going on vacation. And then, yeah, once that is over, I will be back for a few days, during which I will probably do a handful, but not a ton of streams. And then I'll be gone for another week or so after that. More details on that to come, though. So the second half of the month is going to be a little sparse on streams. Bear with me, all. I'm doing my vacationing stuff for the year.
It's just that time of the year.
Is that time of the year. And then we will be back with streams in August, I think. With that said, though, more specific details on that are to come. And for tonight, that's all we have for you. So we would like to bid you all adieu, and we will see you all next time. Ciao!
Bye.